Okay, I want you to cut that.
We're just here. All right. Everybody, welcome to another week of our weekly Rocket Rush. Lowacki, do you know what week we're in?
No.
8.
No, okay, I'm glad.
8. Okay.
I'm really glad you didn't want me to bring that information. I can't count.
8. Rocket Rush week number 8. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. That probably was a little easier. That was a good idea. Anyway, we have plenty of great teams here this week. We have a few people returning. We have Peak, Banag, Zave. They're like 800 teams. Crow's Nest. Who else? There's a few teams on here that I'm not gonna say.
Uh-huh.
I think I don't. Keep it to myself. We have quite a few new teams, which is always good to see. And but as per usual, a very nice tournament lined up for us this week. So 20 something. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24? If I can count. I think that says 24. I think 24 teams. Only one winner, though, as per usual.
Classic.
The rules are you stay in the winner's bracket, then, you stay in the winner's bracket. Those are all best of 3 matches until the grand finals, which is a best of 5. If you lose in the winner's bracket, you go to the loser's bracket. The loser's bracket is a best of 1 until the loser's bracket final, which is a best of 3. The winner of the loser's final best of 3 will go on to face the grand final winner. The winner's bracket winner in a best of 5. The winner's bracket gains a 1-game advantage because they're winners. And the loser's bracket guy, tough stuff, you in the loser's bracket. So that's what we are looking at. We should be getting our first match underway soon. But Lowacki, as usual, I'm very excited for this week's Rocket Rush. How are we doing?
I am, as always, excited for these great players. We do have one team that I will want to draw attention to a little bit later. I believe they go under the name of Llama. They've been doing some good work. We will more than likely join up on them later on. We will show you all the fun things once we do get in. But for this first one, we got Still Building versus Crow's Nest counter. This should be an interesting game. Neither of these teams have been seen on stream at minimum while I've been playing, at least, or while I've been commentating these ones.
I think we had Crow's Nest once or twice. But Still Building, I've never heard of them. So they're definitely 100%. We have not seen them, I'm pretty sure. But maybe Crow's Nest once or twice. Let's just say they haven't been to the grand finals or anything. Let's just put it that way. You never know. Maybe this is their week. These Llama guys that you were talking about, it's Llama champions. Bold statement. So let's see. Maybe we'll see if they are the in their memory champions or if they will be the nameless weekly Rocket Rush champions. That's something to think about. They're up there in our bracket. They're up there. If I click the show projected here, that's all I'm gonna say is that they've got a long road ahead of them. But you never. Maybe the winner of the winner of the Pog Squad and Faith and Friends, whoever wins that one, maybe the Pog Squad takes them down. I don't know much about the Pogs. Well, actually, I don't know anything about the Pog Squad. But all I know is one of them at Faith and Friends. Oh, you never know. But Llama Champions, let's see, who's on their roster? Oh, Knight is on that team. as per usual, the guy we like to talk about the most.
Oh,
Because he's
yes.
got he's taken plenty of our money. And then some other guys, that's never heard of them. But I'm sure if you are on the same, are you serious? This is okay. I've gotten word from our great production team. These guys, Resinal. Okay, well I guess I'll say their name now. Resinal, Pigeon. Pigeon. If you can go to the bracket and see Pigeon's profile picture.
Where is the pigeons? Hold up. I need to see what you're talking about. Where are these pigeons?
This guy's profile picture is good. That's all I'm gonna say. This picture is good. Oh man.
Well, it should be fun either way. I believe we are queuing up into the game, starting us off immediately, where we have still building on the blue team here, where we got Arcs. Wow, why do they make these names so horrible for us? QEX and Yoko against Arc, Splendid, and Meki Montauk.
Meki Montauk. And Splendid Sarab, do not mistake it for Splendid SpongeBob, ladies and gentlemen. It's Sarab. I feel like I've seen that guy before. What do I said we've seen Crow's Nest before. Obviously, we've seen him before.
Well, you could also be going a little bit crazy. You know how the casters are when we keep on going for such a long time. You get a little bit of insanity coming.
Goodness.
I mean, balls pushing high. High center. This will be a redirect, possibly. And no, they do just clear it out quite nicely. 50 in the air. This could be a goal shot, but it goes low wide. Second goes in. With a splendid shot from Splendid Sarab.
I got it. So a little double tap here with a double tap off the. I thought he bricked the shot. I'm gonna be honest, but I'm glad I didn't say anything because that was a splendid pass to Sarab to start the game out. We're gonna have a long game ahead of us,
That we absolutely do, but that's where all the fun's at, baby. I mean, these players at this level are incredibly good and really consistent is the main thing you love. Like you had Arc sitting off that back wall there, ready for attempted play.
Hey,
Shot attempt, great save from Splendid. I mean, Splendid has the great moves there, and they'll be able to run it up this side. It's on target, but obviously a simple save. Arc off roof.
Ooh.
Not enough there, but this control happening from Crow's Nest is quite nice to see.
We're seeing a lot of play developing out of the midfield. I feel like we're very often used to seeing play as we're going to maybe see some develop out of the left side. No, Arc's going to bring it down towards the middle. Lots of solo airplay going into a 2-on-1 is what I've seen. They're kind of banking on an overcommit. Okay, as Sarab, it looks like, no, Meki is going to, someone missed the shot. It doesn't matter.
Well, we need to find out though, so we can make fun of him a little bit later.
I think it was Meki.
All right, Meki, you're on my bad list right now. We'll let you slide for now.
We'll have our production crew replay that one just for you, Meki. So, we'll play that one just
wow.
for you. I got where we will. So you're safe for now.
Yeah, for now. But if it happens again, you're on our list. Keep that in mind, Meki.
Christmas is coming up soon, Meki. As we're almost going to get a shot, I think that was Quex that flew right past our screen. Or Arc, I know Yoko had the rock. As we're going to get counterattack, fly over the ball. We're seeing a little, warming up here. That's one of the other thing in these early matches. A lot of guys, maybe their hands are cold, maybe a little yipped up. We're seeing a lot of demos here. But, you're going to see some, let's say, quote-unquote fakes. You're going to see things like
a lot of them, evidently.
And just, a few misplays, and you just have to hope that they don't result in a goal for the opposing team. Mess up, but if you're going to mess up in the right spot. You just don't leave it in a spot that you makes your team vulnerable. We're trying to see some play developing. I feel like I'm just watching. I don't even know what I feel like I'm watching. The ball's just been sitting around here. It's very close though to the net. How on earth? Meki's gonna score. Meki, we might be able to replay that one, my friend. That's better. See, now Meki's done it. So let's see. Hits off the top of the wall, little bank,
and in. That's textbook. I mean, that was just a great read off wall, and nobody on Still Building was, there for the play. They were trying to build it, but it did get read out quite well from Crow's Nest. Truly, I guess, a counter. God, these names are fantastic for team names. They're great for puns. Shot on target from Arc, but great save from Pex.
I'm glad you said it, because I would have said the defense was Still Building. Like I said, long game. Splendid's going to take it straight down the middle. Is there going to be defense there waiting for him? It will be Arcs with the save. So it's Arcs and his Arc. All right, I see. Making our job nice and easy as per usual. As Yoko's going to take it down the right side of the field, squandered a bit by Setrob. He's going to take it down to the right side, trying to shift the ball a little bit to Noe Vale. He has no teammates over there, but a nice defensive play. I think that was my Arc as well. And is that going to go in? Oh, it's off the crossbar! Yoko off the crossbar! No, it was an open net!
Oh, it was as close as it could have gotten there. But now off high! Another beautiful save. This is almost in all across the board. Bounce, bounce, bounce. You just need to clear it, Crow's Nest. And it looks like the play's still building. Arcs up in the air. It goes wide. But now, Yoko on a boost. 50. Takes his time. Goes for the demo. Misses. And it just gets cleared out by Arc. This is honestly great tempo and plays. What they needed to do is take more control of these balls. It's a lot of boomer ball at this level. I mean, straight, almost on target. Post out. I mean, there's just not playing the time and building these plays. I mean, if you have the name Still Building, you're truly, laying it onto us that you're not going to let the plays build out here, man.
This is brick by brick. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I guess that could be. I think brick by brick is the offense loading, but brick by was that a self? Was that almost a self-inflicted wound there by Still Building?
Absolutely, it was. It was a great shot, nonetheless.
It was a great shot. We're not gonna let the ball hit the floor. Just let the ball hit the floor, guys. Usually
they're gonna let it happen. They want to get up.
Yoko, well, you know what? Okay.
That would have gone in. That was good.
Okay.
But there were a lot of overcommits on that last section. I mean, when you are up 0-2 and it's 0-0, you don't really play with too many cares.
No.
You're sort of playing all or nothing. Like, let's just go one more. I want one more, Get Dawson here. That's what they're looking for. They're looking just for one more goal in that situation. And, well, it leads to a lot of those opportunities for the other team there that almost win in, but you're not too horribly concerned because if you're on the opposite half of that field, you really need an incredibly lucky 50 to land straight in that net.
It felt like Still Building, like they have it. I mean, Crow's Nest with two pretty good goals. Those were good goals. The ability to get it into the opposing team's box is there. Now, the ability to get it into their net is the separate problem. Because it's getting right there, post, crossbar, car, everything but net. So, I mean, I don't think this could go 3 games. If Crow's Nest can park the bus and quote-unquote how they did last time, it won't. But they also need to score first. So let's see. I think Still Building, though, maybe the hands are getting warmed up. The communication kind of sharpens a bit. I think they got a good shot.
They absolutely do. I mean, you see the pressure that they do have. It's been in the enemy's half the entire time here.
Yeah.
The mechs are certainly a little bit less, I believe, than Crow's Nest, but it's not really anything to be of concern. Like, you have a fantastic fake there that basically gets through almost all the way. A little bit of some misplays, stealing boosts from your own teammates, but that's entirely fine at this level where you're able to rotate incredibly fast. Like, look at that tempo and pressure. Gets sent all the way back across. You do have a lot of concern for the shots. But, Crow's Nest almost just puts it in the nest there. Quite nice. But, play is developing. And it's in! Yoko!
That's what we're talking about.
That's a team play. I mean, I guess that's what was building there,
Yeah. We've seen that they have this, and look at that, just maximum speed. We saw last game, they can get to that position. It was really just finishing that was their issue. Once that gets kind of, buffered out, I mean, they could have had 3 or 4 goals last game. They just couldn't get the stupid ball in the net. They got everything else in the right spot. I think their positioning is really good. What I'm seeing from Still Building, their positioning is great. Now that's
great shot.
Oh my goodness.
Lord!
I forgot we have a top 5 goals thing every single week. Check the YouTube for that. Just look at thread the needle, my friend. That is beautiful right there. What a goal by Matthew.
And that's picture-perfect team play as well. I mean, you had the immediate pressure from the top, so he was drawing your attention up in the top ropes, and then guess what? Man from the bottom is the actual pressure here, and it just left the enemies in a blender, and that's not what you want to be building in this situation here. But another play, off roof, Come on.
Follow-up?
Not there for it immediately. And it looks like it's a nice, simple player.
Yeah, the secondary effort will fizzle out. Splendid trying. I'll say that. He's really trying to get in there. It won't amount to anything. They're keeping it. What these teams do is they do an excellent job of just keeping the ball on. Just, we almost got it. Excellent. Like, quadruple tap there, whatever. I don't know my rocket with them now.
I can't count that high.
You saw us struggling with what weak it is, so you can't trust us here with hips off the wall. But the tempo, like you said, the tempo's good. I mean, this is a quick moving, and this doesn't look, it's not junk ball anymore. It feels like it's more sophisticated pinching, as we saw a pinch there, unable to get much out. Maybe a little bit of overcommits every now and then. And that's going to be off the crossbar as a secondary follow-up. Yoko in the next going to save this one. Woo, that's good. That is very patient defense by Yoko. He could have jumped at the first effort. And either he was stun locked, as we see a nice fake there from somebody. We see a stun lock, or he was just very patient and makes the great save. That's the kind of defense he needs to play.
I think he quite frankly just missed that first ball and sort of lucked into the right position. And then the main thing was he was able to capitalize on the proper positioning, which is the main thing that you are worried about. It doesn't matter how you get there as long as you're there. Great shot. And a great save from Yoko as well.
The defenders missed
it's there. Yoko again. One more. Splendid. It's in.
There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's not always the first effort or the second one or the third one. It might not even be the fourth one. But as long as it gets in the net, you don't really care. And that's a great follow-up by Sarab. That's why staying on that. If they had rotated back, maybe no goal there. They do a good job of keeping the pressure, and it leads to a goal.
Yoko's up already. Off roof. He will get read out by Arc. I thought he had that solution. Oh, one more fake as well. And it's over. This is a bad position for Yoko. All by himself. 45 boost. Enemies more than likely will be up. Except they weren't up as fast as they should have. Arcs in the air. Off roof. Gets a nice flip, but it does just get fed out. And it looks like no real play is going to happen and it gets cleared. I thought they had that opportunity right off start. And that is a nada. Except,
oh my goodness.
Sure, Yoko. Prove me wrong. My fault, man. I'm sorry. I apologize. Great work.
Goes flies up the wall. We've seen some interesting defensive plays. Good way to follow. I don't know who that was, but Yoko, let's play this way. The offense, Yoko does a great job of following his own pass, or her pass. I don't know. Whatever. But I mean, hey, it's solo effort. That, you know what? That is good fundamental anything. Just following your shot. That's what they teach you in 5th grade basketball. Follow your shot. You might get your rebound. So just beautiful work there.
What a
flick! Wants to get his own little shot in. He wants another highlight. Won't get it quite yet though. Gotta win the game.
But he almost gets it there. Oh my! This is some great pressure now. 1:05 remaining. Arcs up in the air. Gets it over one. Bump down as well. Shot, but great read out. And now there's still an opportunity. It's high. Oh, Meki gets the great work there. And it looks like ball will just continue forward. Arc tries reading it outward. Sends it even more, but no. It's just read and sent like a great book. Don't call Moby Dick.
I wonder if Arc was just trying to let his teammates rotate back there. Because you look back onto that play, it's the only guy on the other side of the field. Just get it out, I think, was what they wanted to do. I'm starting to kind of see Meki's their offensive guy. He's their guy that is going to go after everything. You see he's kind of sticking in the box there as he gets to the second point. Mr. Sarab seems to be their defensive guy, and Arc just kind of fills the holes. Oh boy, it's going to
be rough.
What a
shot!
Won't get it. Sarab though, I'll tell you what, he's making some good plays offensively.
4 seconds. Shots.
2 seconds. Above. Someone get it out. Yoko's got to get it out.
But there's still a man on. Arc sends it high. You have that man ready for the ball. Meki touches it once. His teammate will be up for it. Sends it across even more. Arc 76 boost and waiting, and it drops.
That was actually a lot more anticlimactic way to end that.
You know, I want a Justin moment here. You know, I want some great stuff to say here, but they're not letting me.
Oh, we get a great overtime, and hopefully a long overtime. Crow's Nest can either take the series here or still building can continue their resume into Game 3, continue to build their way to the grand finals. Will it happen though, or are they gonna have to build out? I have to stop. get out of the losers bracket. We'll find out here. 30 seconds into overtime. Still no shots at the net. Arc trying to get it onto, still building side. It won't be able to stay there for long. Yoko in a solo effort. He could go right, he could go left. He tries to go center. He gets blocked. Meki's going to take it the other way. His car, he's riding the roof. It's not going to work that way, though. This is not SpongeBob clam riding, and Splendid's going to take it to the right side, and we know how the clam riding ends with Patrick blowing up against the wall. Meki's going to take, he's not going to take anything. Yoko's there to just read it. Oh, there could have been a play with arcs there. Not quite, though. This is
Splendid!
Lots of stuff developing, but not much stuff ending. Or finishing.
Right. Same word. Different ways to say it.
Yeah, same difference. As there's nothing's developing here, is anything going to come of it? Yoko's over as his name all over this thing, as it's going to pinch straight towards the middle of the goal. No different for foul. Arc is just parking the bus. Arc ain't moving from that box. He don't want nothing to do with offense, as I say they the ball. Oh, it's a rifle! Yoko want to save on the top left corner! Are you serious? We need to get top 5 defensive plays. That's another YouTube video, guys. Just saying. Sorry.
Shout out.
Production guy.
Shout out for something that's going to happen, possibly. Up in the air. Splendid. Off wall. Not the second read. Oh, my. But shot above. Great save again from Yoko. Yoko, top 10 defenders of a time. Possibly.
Of a time.
A time.
Surely. He's up there.
Possibly. Meki off roof. 0 boost, though, so he's not going to be able to do much. Up in the air. High. Great read. Now there's some time. Under one more. And it's just gone. This is just back, forth, boomer ball, 50 ball, Schumer ball, and puppy ball, apparently.
Oh, wait a
Shot
second!
on target!
Oh, it's Splendid.
My Lord.
It's both, it's his name and the adjective. You're just going to have to live with us on that one. That one was unintentional.
Whatever you want to lie to yourself about.
No. I'm telling the truth.
You're pulling your synonyms up. I see the thesaurus. God, that's hard to say in a quick paced action here. Up in the air. Meki off wall now. Little dicey with it. He's got the mechs. And he's got the walk with it as well. Send center. Shot. And it's high. High and ready. Arcs. There's a little... straight low. There's an opportunity, but no, not really. 40 boost. Yoko goes a little wide. He's still got his team on his back. He's still got his team here. He's pushing it through. Now his team. Arcs is up in the air. He's going to try his best on his own, but he's not enough. Now you have one man up in the air. Double bump, and it's in!
There it is.
From Quex.
Oh, man. We got a game 3! Hey, that could have been a whole... That was almost... We're technically almost playing 4 games here.
I blame Kenzo.
You get him!
I mean, in chat, Kenzo is manifesting OT. You're not even the commentator. Get out of here. You're banned. I'm kicking you out of the... Yeah, get out of the production booth, man. You are doing this to us. But still, it was an incredible first and second game as well. This is a great starting. I mean, this series is just building and building, and I hope to see some great counters.
For the statistics, Yoko 6 saves that game. I missed the rest of it, to be honest. I know that for sure, though. Plenty of shots across the board. Offense all over the place. I mean, the offense, as far as the eye can see, and these eyes just got a new prescription, so they don't
lucky
see
you.
quite as far. Yeah, I know. My left eye is going.
Trust me, same here. Without these glasses, I can't see you on this screen, which...
If it weren't for that real bright light of yours, I couldn't be able to see you. Let's just put it that way.
Agreed. This is bad.
The divine light of Lewacki's room as we get to game 3.
He's still got his team here.
Game 3 has
it through.
Now it's a replay.
Replays. He's gonna try his best on his own, but he's not enough. Now you have Arch, great bump, and it's in from Quex. That is about as picture perfect of a play as it could go here. I mean, the bumps are what they were missing a little bit from what I was seeing. For most of the game, there wasn't much of it. I love the classical bump play. You know, as soon as you go for your standard shot and pass, you immediately send it across center and try and kill someone or bump them out. It's great. It doesn't always work, of course, but in threes, it's much more viable.
I think an interesting route for the defender in the goal as well, trying to defend from the ceiling of the goal. Maybe I'm just not good at Rocket League, and that's why I'm saying this, but interesting tactic in my opinion, and maybe it will work. Maybe this game it'll work. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. But anyway, not to harp on it for too long, as we are in game 3. Who would have guessed? Hey, it's gonna just roll into the net. It's gonna be Arc. Hold on, I need a replay. And I'm telling you, and a double. That's messed up. Hold on.
That's
Arc just goes
there
in.
was a double up. There were two members up. So Arcs got stuck and wasn't able to do anything there.
Nay. Well, history repeats itself. Crow's Nest has scored first again. I would say it would amount to them winning, but that didn't happen last game. They scored first last game, I think. I'm not gonna find out.
Very good question.
Yeah, that's for something. I'm not gonna go back and look. As it's gonna be off the crossbar, he tried to go for his own rebound. Ain't gonna work there. Yoko's gonna keep the ball on the side of Crow's Nest, and as an attack going out, you never know. These guys keep the ball over here for the whole game. So Quex is gonna keep it in the midfield here. As a like a sword. What kind of ball movement was that? What just happened there? That's something I need a replay for. I know my eyes aren't working as well these days, but I think most people need a replay of that one. What just happened?
Apparently, it was enough to put this man in a
What is
coma.
happening?
But Yoko,
What is going on?
is that just a misplay?
Maybe
Again?
I think it was meant to be a pass because you have.
Max just read it wrong.
You know what? It was a fake by Quex. Yes, that's what we're gonna write. It was a fake, and he faked out the defender because he thought he was good. Wacky. This is what we have. This is why we're here. I'm just gonna say that Quex faked it. Let's say that. Let's make him look real good so they keep coming back.
Exactly. You know, get the sponsors in here. You know, we love it when you guys do some nice stuff here. Shot across from Yoko. Arc in the air, nice to receive. No flip reset though, which would have been nice to see. You know, kind of get that montage rolling.
Ooh, Meki.
All by himself.
Ooh, Meki.
But
yeah,
Yoko,
all by himself.
Yeah, great. simple stuff.
It truly is all by himself over there. I thought there was. With the pace of that attack, as the pace of Quex set. How did it go to I? How did it get to X? He's stat pattern again. How did that happen? Hold on a minute. Quex gets it. It goes off the wall. Oh, my bad. No, he's not stat pattern. My bad. Arcs, that's a great finish. Thread the needle between 2 or 3 defenders. I put my hands up. That's me. That was a great pass. Great finish. Beautiful stuff. 2-1.
I mean, you had the 3 members there. They all just got a little bit caught up in the sauce a little bit there, you know? I mean, they were putting on that Parmesan when they weren't ready for more Alfredo. I mean, it was just a little bit of a misplay all across the board. Quex up in the air for it. It's a little bit in this corner. Splendid has to go for something absurd here. Drops it off floor and gets read quite nicely. That could be in. Great save.
A little bit too slow to fall into the net there. But still building, obviously still wanting to play offense. As Yoko's going to be the only person back. Never mind, the ball kind of. He's still going to be the only person back. He's going to get the save. I would love to know how many saves Yoko has over the course of these 3 games because it is a multitude.
More than 2.
Only 1. True, it is definitely more, and it's more than 1, 100%.
I almost have to go against you there. Shot above, double tap in, splendid. Oh, well done.
Ooh,
I mean, Mech, flip reset, gets it over down to Splendid. Splendid reads it well off that backboard and just puts it in. And Yoko, I mean, you're great, but you couldn't read that one.
His team still building, leaving brother out to die back there. I mean, he's back there rotting by himself. That brother you're up 2-1. You need to get more than 1 guy back. I know you want to score, but you know, you can't focus on. You can't have 2 guys on the opposite side when the ball is 2 feet from your net. I think there needs to be a little bit more defensive intensity out of still building, which it looks like we're going to get a little bit of now. They have more than 1 guy in their own part of the field. As Arc is going to try and set something up off the wall, I see Meki over there, holds the ball still. Yoko's going to put the counterattack. I almost said splendid. We're just going to go with Sarab here.
Splendid.
I think a big old bump. Was that from his teammate? Arcs is going to take it. That's all I know. He had a teammate in the middle. He wasn't able to get it. So it fizzles out quite a bit, I have to say. Oh, this is a dangerous position. Never mind.
But it's still entirely doable. I mean, you have Arc up in the air. Goes for it himself. That was a flip reset. And I realized we have 2 Arc. We have Arc and Arcs. I've been considering them the same person. I thought we were having a mutiny on our hands here. But it looks like we just have the Arc doing himself there. Great, splendid play.
And the still building defenses cracks open once again. You cannot. Yoko can't have 6 saves every single game, guys. Like he cannot be Buffon every single game. He needs a little help back there. So I think that's something they got to prioritize as 1 minute comes back. Obviously, you have to score to send this one to overtime as well. You never know. A game 3 overtime is possible. No. That is it! Quacks by himself! Maybe I was half joking. Do not say this is a caster's curse, by the way. I wanted this. Beautiful.
It's a blessing in this case. A blessing and a curse, depending on who you're rooting for there. I mean, that was simple play, but simplicity is where it's at. Now we're at the point. 45 seconds remaining in this game. Neither team will relent here, and the pressure is certainly building. You can see it happening. You can see the mistakes happening. You can see the urgency. I mean, that's a shot on target, and great save, Yoko, once again. But a shot at anyways. Arc finishes it. There's the mistakes. I mean, they leave Yoko all by himself. That is truly his only option for a clear. And guess what? Crow's Nest knew what to do there. They had the counter for it. They had 2 members in that corner ready to clear it straight back towards center. And they do, and set it in. But Sean!
Oh my goodness gracious!
Great read, Mekki. Now he keeps it rolling. Splendid. Up in the air. This could be more. Flip resets. And it's in, Splendid! That is a spread of the lead. 3-5. Crow's Nest counter are showing their counter and putting it in and making sure that this team is not anywhere near them.
The defense of Still Building has just collapsed. The building has fallen, ladies and gentlemen. Fallen. Crow's Nest offense has been perfect. Nothing's perfect. Has been excellent to close out this game. Just a beautiful technical, mechanical.
Yoko.
Even though there might be a lot. Splendid will make another save. I am not quite sure. We'll see in the post-game recap how many he has in total. This is a beautifully played game by Crow's Nest. Clutch in the last couple minutes.
Oh my lord. Arc sort of sauced up his own teammates in the last section. I mean, you do want one more goal on the board here. Flip. Hey, and that's a beautiful team play. I mean, that's fair. Like, you have a flick up from Yonko, a dodge from Gex, and he just taps it in, barely making it in. That's a good goal. A beautiful play.
That's a great goal. I can't be hating just because they lost. And actually, never mind. We're gonna see nothing in the post-game lobby because everyone's left.
Nobody played this game. We only had one player. This is it's astonishing that he got scored on this many times.
Guys, you got me. My controller's right here. That was me playing. You caught me red-handed. I'm just kidding. I wish I could play like that.
Mine's on, baby. I'm ready to roll. If anyone needs a caster, sub in, let me know. You're gonna lose, but
Please take him. Do not take me. You will lose if I'm on your team. You will lose. I'm just telling you that right. If you're in this tournament, I'm probably not good enough to play on your team. All right. Beautiful stuff from both teams. Beautiful stuff. Still Building. Welcome to the losers bracket. Maybe the one game format has helped a lot of people because sometimes you just don't have to stress the whole series. You don't have to be like, okay, we got one. Now let's just get this over with. Or we're down one. Oh, we're cooked. No. Everything's going to be fine. One game down there. Crow's Nest gets to move on. I think rightfully so. They played that game 3. I'm not going to say Still Building played it badly, but Crow's Nest just played it really, really, really well. Their offense was great. Beautiful stuff.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Building had the, architect of it. They had the backbone of a great play-in team there. They just got a little bit caught up on those certain aspects. They were a little slow in their rotations in certain parts. And they did get slightly beat out on the plays. I mean, Crow's Nest just had those incredible plays in that later section that put the last nail in the building in this case.
I got it. It took the bottom brick out of the building. Cinema. Guys, I'm taking requests. Cinema. I'm just kidding.
Nameless Shakespearean Esports. Sean, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo. Anyway, Kenzo, by the way, all I'm going to say is he said calling it a game 3 another overtime.
Nah.
Maybe he's the guy who put maybe it's not us. Maybe he said that and they didn't go to overtime. Kenzo! This is.
We have to interrogate
add
him
overtime.
after this a little bit.
Overtime. We'll be talking in the Discord after this one, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be talking in the Discord after this one, bud.
Are you Italian? Are you a mobster? Like, what's happening here?
I'm not Italian. I am from New Jersey, but I am not Italian. Sorry, guys.
I'm a little bit. We can make this roll, Kenzo. Talk to me later.
I know some people who are Italian.
We'll go shoe shopping. We'll have some fun.
Be tuned though. Kenzo will be here later on, so you can get it first. You can get the cast firsthand instead of just through the Twitch chat. You can listen through the Twitch chat, by the way, or I think we're on YouTube. Kick.
I think Kick. Yeah, I think so. Obviously Twitch.
I'd hope we're on Twitch. I think so. So Twitch, YouTube, Kick.
And if you find our houses, we're on our screens as well if you want to watch. Please don't.
My windows are closed. Do not try and look through people's
Same
windows.
here. If that changes, we will have a fantastic stream.
Nah, no one's out there. Streets as dark as. Let's see if the street light is not broken today though. So it looks like every other street. Don't come looking for one without a street light. It's there and it's working. So who do we don't have the next game. All right, so Crow's Nest will play back to the tournament.
Yes, Soulless Path versus GG Easy for next. We are going to wait for that thing to get a little bit sorted out and figured out on getting them rolling. But we do have some interesting across the board. Pog Squad 1.
Pog Squad.
2-0. Yeah, so GG Easy is top 32 RLCS contenders, I believe. So they're a great team. And it should be fun against Soulless Path here, who's also an incredible team that we've been seeing. So there's a lot of teams that did go across the board. GGG went pretty well in 0-2. We had a lot of 0-2s. 90210 did great. Zav Master, Dystopia, and Pog Squad all 0-2'd there. And Need Boost Red.
The teams that have quote unquote, I'm not even going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say creative. The people who have interest, now interesting's too nice too. The people who made, what's the right word here?
Horrendous?
Horrendous maybe is a little hard. You know, guys, Lowacki said it's horrendous, and you heard it on street. Different.
Not all
I like
of them.
different. I like
different. Would be
yes.
Different would be aft. You have one that's just, you know.
One that, let's not do that again.
Correct, you know.
The second one, you're barely getting away with it. I don't want to let him get away with it. So anyway,
which one are we talking about?
So let's see.
I really like one of the team names that lost, quite frankly, against Dystopia. Like it's great, but like it puts a story on the board, you know.
All right, this is how I look at it. If that's true, cool. All right, awesome. If this is if this is what the team is made of, I'm very happy.
I respect it, absolutely. Or people that know ones that do that as well, you know?
That's well in. If this is a joke or a lollygagging here, guys, we got to keep that one to the side. But anyway, we're going to have, it's always GG easy. It's never a well-played GG. Toxic.
Mm-hmm.
Toxic. It's,
just disrespectful.
But they're good. Maybe that's why they're GG easy. Yeah, they are on the top of the screen now. So, they will play Soulless Path. Soulless Path. They're gonna start soon. That's fine with me. That's cool with me. Soulless Path, 0 glazing this week. The Soulless Path broadcasting was 2 weeks ago. I hope they're not expecting it this time. The suit is blue, not red. I don't have a red suit, and I probably won't ever have a red suit.
Yeah, red's a little bit.
Doesn't match very well with the.
Red's too spunky, you know. Like you got to be a pimp or really confident in your suits.
I don't want to be a pimp.
Maybe maroon might work. You know, a nice little maroon suit of sorts. But it's hard to pull off.
Whatever is in the Kohl's clearance section, ladies and gentlemen, this maybe wasn't on clearance, but 30% off was calling the name, and it was cheap. Obviously, I have black. I don't think it fits anymore. I have like a green. It's like, I don't know. I don't think that fits either. Don't expect too many suits besides this one. It's a bit. It's
Don't expect any suits from me. I'm not a suit sort of man.
I'm barely a suit. They don't let us wear. I shouldn't say that. The coaching staffs in high school basketball these days don't wear the suits anymore. So this is the only time I get to wear the suit. I said bring back the suits. They don't want to bring back I don't want to be sweating. Get it, Jim. Turn the AC on. They have to get the custodians there for a reason. Give them something to get paid for. Anyway, we are with Soulless Path and GG Easy. Soulless Path. Are these real names or am I crazy? Boomer,
These are
Dude,
bots.
and Heater.
Goose. What a shot! What a shot! I mean, that was
We need
beautiful.
a replay. We need the replay. That's the one. We found it. We've only had one replay so far. Ben, here we go. This is your time, Ben. This is the replay. Anyway, guys, Soulless Path names are not Boomer and the other two. Dude and I don't know the last one. Is it on here? No, it's gone on.
The names are fantastic, if we're being honest here.
See, these are the types of names you guys should be coming in with. Boomer, Heat, Greg, something like that. I don't know.
Greg! Yes!
Imagine you see team captain Greg. I'm shaking in my boots.
Maurice would be a fantastical option. I mean, you even have the faded Pablo.
Oh, Pablo, chill. Guys, if we had Pablo in here, don't expect a long tournament. Let me just say that. There we go. So, Soulless Path, C Block, Fast, Sundown, GG Easy, Hadev, Salty, and Swabby.
The Sundown, Goose. Wait, those are bots. Those are bots again. You had C Block, Goose. I mean, they want their,
They want the time.
They want to play. They want their debut in Nameless Esports. They are putting on whatever effort they can to be in this game here. And quite frankly, I want to see it happen.
You gotta stay hot on the bench. Gotta stay hot. Now, hopefully third time's a charm and we get the... You know what, actually... Guys, let me make this easy for all of us. So we have GG Easy and Soulless Path. Okay, so for Soulless Path, we have, there's 4 names. Okay, so GG Easy, we have Hazy. Oh, wait, Hadev is actually one of them. Okay, so we have Hazy, Hadev, and El Risu.
Ooh.
Oh, what's his... He's got a Chicago. I don't know what hockey team this is. Chicago something. Let me do some research here. Hold on, ladies
It is
and
a
gentlemen.
hockey team. So while he's doing that,
Chicago.
we have for Soulless Path, we have Luca RL. Boo, RL in the name. We have Fast RL. Boo, RL in the name.
Wait,
And then we have Bricks and Vejos. Very decent name.
Chill, it's not even Chicago.
Hazy, Hadev, and El Rizu. Not bad. Oh, GG Easy is a top 32 RLCS. I don't like the name, but like,
It's
well done. I guess it truly is for most people. GG Easy. Oh,
El Risu has the Montreal Canadiens. There he is as his profile picture. I see. See, now it doesn't have an M. It has a C and an H. There's no H in it. Anyway, we're doing Rocket League. GG Easy versus Soulless Path. 10 seconds in. I'll just cut it short. Nothing's happened yet. So anyway.
are you sure? There's a lot of things that did happen that you didn't know. A lot of driving forward and some boost. Very important stuff.
You know what? That's true. The gas prices are going down these days, at least in New Jersey. I don't know how in Rocket League how much these gas prices are. Counting they're all over the darn place.
I mean, it's Epic Games economy, so I can't wait for them to start charging us credit card information to get that stuff. Flippery said great save.
Bring the trading back, guys, even though I wasn't there when it happened.
Same here.
I'll vote for it. So, anyway, attacks happening and attacks fizzling out. Cars into the wall.
And cars flying off your jaw. I mean, truly, some OG stuff here. El Rizu, great little thing. I mean, there's some tempo. Shot coming across, a little wide. But it's entirely expected this time. Each team is figuring each other out. And that was a little bit weird of a play coming out from Luca there. Bricks,
Hold on.
sending forward. Oh,
There was one more guy, unless Pirix is the third guy. Has Soulless Path's roster changed? Monk is not playing. Okay, thank you guys.
And Luka
Hey,
scored,
it's
by
Luka
the way.
though. We know Luka. Let's see this replay because I was too busy looking at the start.gg. Real solo
I mean,
play, a
just
little
a classic.
turn. That's a class. Little too much force for Hadev to handle, taking that to the back of the net. If I was to say so. All right, here we go. Soulless Path 1-0. Like I said, no delays here today, guys. It ain't gonna happen. Good save by.
It's
Pierce.
all truth here.
Yes.
I mean, it's nice to have some real truth, but I do like, ragging on one team, making sure they do fantastic. But you have straight center. It's high. Great read from Fast. He's keeping that speed rolling. Gets it sent far out. This could be a goal opportunity if it's red right. One man just gets murdered. No crime scene necessary. That man did it. It's pinched out. High and Fast. Ooh. Speaking of Fast, sends it out one more time, and it's just center. This is rough on the side of Soulless Path, but I believe they should be able to clear it as long as they keep up their plays. And yes, there's Fast. Keep up the speed. One more touch to set it out, and it should officially be out. But
hold on,
Hudev has a straight center. Great player.
Right. See, what could have happened is he just flung it into his own net. Instead, Luka takes it. He gets a counterattack going down the right side, at least for him the right side, for us the left side. El Risu is going to look for the net. It won't happen. Good defense by Fast. Ball still on the side of Soulless Path. Like you said before, Soulless Path is sometimes struggling to get it out of their side. It looks like this time there's going to be no problem as Pierce is going to take it up the wall. Luka in the center. Fast, not on our screen. Oh, it's almost in the top left corner of the net. It's going to be in the bottom right with Fast. Get the replay, Rocket League. Let's see this one. Assist by Luka. Goal by Fast. Comes down left side. Hits off the left post. Pierce gets out of the way, and Fast puts it in the back of the net. 2-0. Soulless Path. Beautiful goal. That's what I mean. I guess most of the goals have been beautiful. Don't get too sick of it. And Kenzo, who said, you know what would be funny? This game going to overtime. It's not looking good for this one. Maybe next game, Kenzo.
Why would you say that? Now that's a true cast. Kursky, you're the one on stream.
Ain't gonna happen. I will stand on my 2 feet. I will write an apology out after this game if it goes to overtime.
It better be some form of Shakespearean apology, because that is a shot and it's on target.
Well,
watch yourself.
Has scored. We're getting a little bit closer to my written apology. I already have to write one because I said the Mavericks were going to get better after the Luka Doncic trade, and I still have to write that one. So now I might have to write one out for the Soulless Path GGEZ one. That's no good. I'm writing a lot of apologies these days. Okay, still 2-1 though. There's still hope for my pen to not hit the paper. Oh, thank you, Fast!
Save.
Yes, he saved it!
I thought you said you weren't having any, you weren't rooting for one team.
This was not W Blaze, no!
El Risu off wall gets read out.
El Risu, he's on the attack.
Shots! Fast!
Good
Great save from HUD.
This is quick rocket. Would you count this as boomer ball, or would you count this as calculated pace and tempo? What would you say here?
I'd count this as calculated fast gameplay here, ladies and gentlemen. Pricks gets flicked over there. Quite nice. And now there should be some control from Fast. Sent across. He's off roof. One more.
Oh, my.
Oh, it doesn't even matter. Pricks just sends it all the way in from downtown. I don't have any other words for downtown,
From the parking lot, from the moon. The moon's been a good one recently.
Jupiter. Let's do Jupiter
like
this
Jupiter.
time. I don't.
Dang. Darn. Well, Pierce, the only car on Jupiter, happens to be the only one to score from there as well. I don't know how we got there. We have some advanced spaceships these days, guys.
They are rockets in this league, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my goodness, I have to take this for a second. It's going back on now. All right.
Perks sends it center. It's open for someone, and it's not there.
Luka with El Risu with a little clip. El Risu with his name on top of this one. They still only have one goal. They've had a few opportunities. Good defense from Soulless Path, though. It's gonna put in the center. El Risu's gonna fly over it. Don't worry, it was a fake for Hazy to get it. Bump it in the corner. I think he might have tapped it one extra too many times. Hadev is there. Is it gonna go in the back of the net? It's gonna go over the crossbar. It's still on the side of Soulless Path. As Luka's going to just slowly take this one to the left side, bounce it straight. I couldn't tell who he got dribbled on. Hadev got dribbled over. As Pierix is going to take it up. Hadev is going to contest. Is there a follow-up effort? 2 goals in 20 seconds. Not impossible. Awfully improbable. El Risu is just going to take it up. He's just kind of floating up there.
Fast is going slow. I mean, it's still a little concern, but it does get popped up. 6 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. If Hudev scores this right about now, there is an opportunity. But It's
loading.
looking like it's a
done.
float, and Fast wants one more. His teammate comes up,
Yeah,
and it
well then.
drops.
Okay, the piece of paper is clean. We're good. Whew.
Lucky you here.
Wipe my brow. No written apologies yet, guys. Nothing yet. Okay, Soulless Path. Good game, obviously. They've won. Good game. I was gonna say, oh, we don't. Okay, I saw the Twitch stream and I saw the nice festive, by the way, little transition on production crew going crazy as per usual. So let me see. No curse. We're good.
Knock on wood.
Not yet. I'm gonna keep my mouth closed this next game. Don't worry.
Okay, smart choice, smart choice.
GG Easy. What did you see as we're gonna get into the next game? Talking about this game, what would you like to see out of GG Easy that you think can get them this second game and force it game 3?
I mean, quite frankly, they didn't exactly do anything horribly wrong, except you do see some slight misplays, like right there. They almost just get red straight out. But it all depends on, like, they're sort of taking from each other a little bit. I think you should let El Risu do a little bit more work there. I mean, they went for a double bump. They're overcommitting a lot on these ones, and as long as Soulless Path controls the ball and controls their tempo, it is a very big concern.
You think whatever the name is. You think they just have to find a little identity between the three players? They're all trying to do the same thing. You think they're just trying to be the guy when they could just play more as a team?
I mean, yes, I haven't exactly seen any team play for him, which is a little bit of a concern. Yes, team play isn't exactly necessary, but at this level, it absolutely is. I mean, it's just such a good thing. You get your, like, you just have self bumps there on your own team, whereas you have Luca, like, look at that work coming in, and then you also see that he still has team in support as well. Luca's going to reach Aldous as well if he wanted to, right there. And, I mean, that's just fantastic work. They have the positioning. Like, look, they're already ready to receive it, sends it across, and guess what? 2 members, once again, from GG Easy on that ball there. It's a concern, but I know they have the skill to back it up. I just don't know what's missing, quite frankly. It's hard to say in this situation. Just positioning would have to be the most prominent thing against Soulless Path, because you do have the rock, paper, scissors of these things where certain, you know, play styles counter your play style. You can just get unlucky.
Yes, that
And
actually is a very good
adaptability is a very big thing on high-level teams.
point. So in GG
And
Easy,
there it
as
is.
there's Luca as he scores the first goal of the game once again. Let's get a nice replay of this one. Let's look at the bracket. El Risu pops it up. Oh, it's just a bit of a misplay. It's a bit of a misplay. Risu almost got back to it as well, but I think GG Easy kind of scraped by Prismen Esports, who they played in the last round. I think listen, GG Easy's no slouch. Top, what was it, 32 in RLCS regional or something like that? I'm sure if that's true, my production crew will either correct me or not correct me. But Soulless Path number 8 or something like that. In some of them. So I think, uh-oh, that's wrong. I'm thinking of Team Silence. Oopsie poopsie, guys. This is why we have the production
Team
crew,
Silenced, I'm pretty sure, was like
Hey!
a shot from Hazy. Great shot. Pretty sure they were 64. We were watching them get to day 2, so they got decently far into day 2. So use that however you want to in that aspect. I can't say obviously exactly where they are because the numbers are not exactly my strong suit.
So let's see. I think that the difference right now might just be communication. I don't think this. I don't think it's a skill diff. It might be.
Agreed.
But from what I'm seeing, it doesn't look like a skill diff. Because I see 3 skilled players on GG Easy, but I see 1 skilled team in Soulless Path. Write that one down in your notebooks, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, what a save by him. Dev. But just the communication on Soulless Path, they're being very patient on offense and defense. Something we're not quite seeing for GG Easy.
What another
Either they're
touch.
too patient or they are too hyperactive. I guess is what I.
They can't find the middle ground, you know.
Yes.
You gotta get that Goldilocks.
As Pyrrhix is going to take it down the center, a good little bump from Risu. They haven't done
Kenzo,
good-
don't you dare.
Oh, what is he
He
saying
just said,
now?
oh, we're tied. And that might change.
Might change. Kenzo, the viewer curse. It's not quite happening yet. The chatters curse. It's right there,
Oh,
Kenzo.
there it is.
Fast has scored. Fast takes the lead for Soulless Path. 2-1 on a great foul. Pyrrhix down to the middle and a great assist. Bottom left corner. Right, that's a fantastic goal. More than I'm giving it credit for. Just squeaks it under Hedef. And look, even Peak Esports is getting on Kenzo now. Look at Kenzo.
Kenzo is truly against the world here. All for good reason. Look at this shot attempt. I mean, that's rough from Solus. This is a goal opportunity if they don't read it right. Oh, and it's in. Great shot from
Tied again. Kenzo's getting what he wants.
Don't let this villain get his way.
I think that's great dribbling by Hazy.
And Hazy almost blocked it, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my.
A good follow-up. That's, I think, a place where Soulless Path maybe could have had another guy or two on defense. It just didn't happen to go that way. But that's in the back of their heads now. We're commentators, so we're going to say it. But they're going to try and forget about it. 1 minute left to go. Either overtime, game 3, or the end of the series, as the ball is going to stay on GG Easy's side. They have had their counterattacks are solid, but their clearances. Now this could be a counterattack. Hedef is going to go down the center.
My
it's
lord!
blocked out by Luca. Oh, that enveloped a lot faster than I thought, and it's going to go towards the net. Fast this time with the save. Do they park the bus and go to OT? Do they give Kenzo what he wants, or are they going to give us the end of the series? Oh, it's on GG Easy's side. It's cleared towards the middle. El Risu flying over there. Luca wins it. He still has it in the middle. There's no follow-up by his team. If there was follow-up. Oh, you can only wonder. Someone just flew by the ball. That might not be
yeah. And now Soulless Path are double committing like crazy a little bit. Now, Fast has the speed. One more touch. Oh, that's almost it. That was almost it. Now, Udev goes for it himself. Gets read out by Luca. Bricks has the ball. Luca will take it from him, and he drops it down. Now we have an OT. You suck, Kenzo.
I think what I'm... Oh, don't tell me it's going to be right off rip like this. Okay, I think what I'm seeing, Soulless Path is doing a good job of following up, but the 2 past attacks they've had, follow-ups on the opposite side of the net were necessary. They're following on the same side of the net, looking for just a flat rebound instead of an angled one. Now, you can't always predict where the ball is going to go. So I think it's just, it happened to go that way. As some blue car just slammed into our face on the cam. Fast gonna try and do it himself. I think that's Hedef or Hazy that comes out with this. I don't know if it's a save, but more of a control. Redirect, that's a good one. See, that's why we have 2 people here. And, don't tell me it's gonna be Hedef! Oh, we're on game 3, baby! Game 3! Oh, yeah! Nice little ball.
Velocity and direction. Yeah, baby.
Fast just not in the right spot. Well, we didn't get a very long OT. I'll say that. Hazy, 5 saves. Wow. 5 saves, 5 shots, 2 assists, 1 shot. He's filling the stat sheet up here. Okay. That's a great game, first of all. Hats off to headphones. I'm not going to show the dent. Headphones off. You have earbuds. I don't know how well that would work for you. There we go.
There we
Wonderful.
are. Back to business.
I can't show what's underneath that headset.
That's why I left.
Yeah, there's something up here. A little sneak peek. If you thought the back of my head we saw in production is going, you haven't seen the top of it. So let's see. Great. How do we put it, man? This was tough. Soulless Path lost their grip on this one. I think, like you were saying, they were double committing a lot with Soulless Path. Double committing a lot. Maybe just not as under control as they should have been in the last couple. Maybe a little bit of desperation ball to finish up that game before overtime. As the game 3 will begin as of right now. No, it is not a best of 7. There it is. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at how fast our production team works, guys. Get yourself a production team like those. Come on now.
Well, first you get yourself a production team. That's one of the hardest parts.
That's a good point. That's a great point. See, blessed for me to have this instead of having to go find my own stuff, but boy. Whew. Okay, the ball's almost just gonna fly into the net of Soulless Path. Not quite yet. Little counterattack bubbling. Will it blow over? And Pyrrhix is trying to keep it on the side. Won't be able to do it. Oh boy. I don't know.
Oh, fast with a great read and 50 there. Pyrrhix will try and send it. Now you have a kind of horrible receive, but he does make it work, so that's entirely fine. I mean, Soulless Path are sort of playing with themselves here. I mean, they have great control, but they're not really getting it anywhere currently. I mean, Lucas still keeping it rolling. One more touch, he's sent it high. We'll try one more and a bump as well. He'll be joining the production soon. What the fancy little man? Now let's get sent far. Great attempt. Luca just goes for the man instead of the ball, and the ball gets sent to your net.
Oh, let's get a replay of this one.
No, Kenzo, I will blame you.
He's got the demo. He hit the car, not the ball. Kenzo, you're gonna keep your head above water for this one, I see. All right. Well, a bleak full start for Soulless Path. This just does not. This don't look good right now for Soulless Path. The momentum is not on their side of the field. The ball is, and it's also going to be inside of their net.
No.
Elrisu taking what I put into the game. How does this even happen? Luca gets it. Fast is
that
going
was
for
just
boost.
yeah, Fast didn't have the speed that he needed there, quite frankly. I mean, he was just behind. I mean, there's still a lot of time for these things to happen. Fast does... Ooh, what a fake. And that's just a shot on target. Great save, though. Now, Fast is playing his time well. He knows where his team is. He gets it past one. Tries to get it past another. But Hazy is there for it. One more shot near target, and it's just gone as well. I mean, they have great reads, especially from Fast here. Like, look at that stuff. Luca, up in the air. We'll try it. Goes under and he pops it back over. That is just a textbook play.
I'm seeing, a lot of their goals have been, especially Luca's goals, are like this. It's just solo plays, patiently putting it in the back of the net. I haven't seen the pace of play from Soulless Path. Obviously, to an extent, it's been working. They have plenty of, another thing is they have plenty of time. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, it is 8 o'clock Eastern time, but it's not late enough to where Soulless Path can just start to sleep or anything like that. Luca's going to score the second goal, tie the game. It looks like they're waking up. Is this a defensive misplay? Oh, it's a good read by Pyrrhix. Like you said, their reads are good.
And Luca, had a great understanding to turn there, or a great calm and call for that. You obviously can't guarantee which one it is at this point in time, of course. But, they had great attention to detail, and it just bounces out as well. Fast tries it, and it's not there. Luca, you've got this, man. He tries to get it over one. He does get it over one. His team's ready, but not that ready for Hazy.
It's just these attacks. It's like they're going slow to fast. A lot of teams will go fast to slow. Soulless Path are doing it a little bit differently. They'll slowly take it down the field and just try to sucker punch you almost, is what it seems like they're trying to do. GG Easy, though, not a lot of offense. Even during these two Soulless Path offensive explosions, not much in the art of the counter. He had the... Okay, well, don't just score now. They had the shot off the left post. And you see a play like that, just taking it out of your teammate's pocket, intentionally, of course, that could have been a really good play. Oh my goodness gracious. Shot. I can't, let me let the replay talk to you guys.
I didn't expect that to be an option. I mean, you get over one, you get the slightest of taps, and then just the finish is a simple classic finish. Not possible for a lot of people near my rank, but
it's not possible.
It's possible.
In my rank.
It's certainly possible. It's just very difficult. The rebounds are a pain. They're their own beast. Oh, what a fake. Oh, my Lord. Elrisu.
Just letting it simmer there. Goodness gracious. At least take a little bit of sauce out of the pot, my brother.
Or, turn the burner down. But no, the burner is what needs to be on. You need to keep the pressure up as you are GG Easy here. Keep that. Ooh, a little bit of a misplay coming. You need to keep the tempo, the pressure.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be
up,
gosh.
and El Rizo just puts it in. I mean, he walks it in 9 miles per hour. That's a jog. He jogs it in. Actually, no, that's a jog in.
Could be like a slow run.
Also
Depends
known as a jog.
All right, all right.
I have to have some fun with
We'll
it.
say jog. Either way.
And that's just another shot. This is rough.
Man.
Soulless Path is not on the path for said jog that we were talking about.
Goodness, Soulless Path went. They had the 2-goal comeback, but it's like their cars aren't in drive; they're in neutral and are just kind of rolling forward. Oh, is it going to be a kickoff goal? Please don't talk it fast with the save. It was awfully close though. GG Easy is just playing aggressive here. They're playing. The aggressiveness is working. When they kind of were trying to take it slow, I think they were letting Soulless. That's another goal.
That's
another goal. I'm not even going to talk about it. Sorry, guys. So Soulless Path has played awfully slow. I think. I don't want to say this because it's a little mean to Pyrex. The absence of Monk, I think, is showing a little bit. He's a guy who was fast, speed, pace. Not to say Pyrex is not great in their own way, because they've done a good job of assisting and bringing the ball down the side and such and such.
It's just not Monk.
It's not the same. It's not the same team. It's obviously when a team is missing somebody who's always there. It doesn't matter who they are. They're not going to play the same way. It shows exactly. So
like you can practice as much as you want with them. Just things aren't exactly the same. You know, like. You see the team, you see the name, you see some of the names, you see the feels, but it's just not exactly.
Man.
And great actual steal from El Rizu. I would have done the exact same thing. I mean, it's a 7-2. It's not fantastic. Soulless Path. What they should be focusing on now is get your tempo back. Get your game back. Even though it won't matter for this game, it'll matter for the next. It'll matter for where things start getting rough, which is the lower brackets.
Let's see. So, unless somehow Soulless Path scores 7 goals in 7 seconds, that is not 7 seconds anymore.
Up.
That was another goal. And Soulless Path, gotta be honest, I didn't think I'd say it this early. Welcome to the losers bracket. I had to take the suit jacket off for this one. It's got a little warm. I mean, a GG Easy will play Zave Elite. Soulless Path will play. Let's see, loser of M. They will play What's Up, Sweetheart. I don't know. That's the team name. So, anywho.
Wait. Crow's Nest? Why? Wait. Didn't Crow's Nest win the one? Oh, then they immediately lost and they got put down. And they're currently in they're in losers round 2 for Crow's Nest.
Alright. Well, anywho, we have some, I don't know what word to use, but the next round, we're not quite sure yet. We'll get updated. Dog!
Yeah, he wants something.
He wants the mic. I think he wants to go outside. Is there 2 of them?
Yes, there's another one right there.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, anyway, so we get dog cam, cat cam. All right, we're gonna send it to break.
Yes.
GG Easy and Soulless Path ends in GG Easy, continuing on to the winners bracket. Ben, send us to break, my brother.
Back wall, looking to make the pass happen. Sky's there to contest. A hand up now. Sky pinches it off the sidewall. Will just be collected by Breezy. And now looking for the double tap. Div puts the final shot on off the crossbar. Will not go in quite yet, but finally Div puts in the goal to win this game number 2. And the side of Team Silence are going to win this series in a 2-0 fashion. For now, trying to see if you can break this stalwart defense by the side of Team Silence.
Honestly, at this point, it's looking like that is a no. But obviously, at this level of gameplay, things can absolutely change. Sky with a demo and a murderous goal there. It was impossible to see. He used his enemy as the shot put. Lose it all as well, which is exactly what Ignite is looking for, but I'm not exactly so certain that it will happen. I mean, look at the control from Random Shot. He's playing as much time as he wants, and Nava's taking it up as well for a little bit of fun action. Flip reset, and that is just in from Nava, scoring him a goal for this game with 2 seconds remaining, and it looks like this game is all but over.
Yeah, it's been dominant from the side of B. Kamachi. All three players in the same spot. It gets taken away from them by Chuz, and they will score. Chuma that one. So now, will be a minute 55 left to play with. You still need 3 goals to tie things up. Will be a counterattack coming in. Polar off the back wall sends it. Another one, a double tap, a triple tap from Polar. Oh my goodness, another goal is tallied for the side of No Hesitation.
It just feels like the pressure is different, even when the ball, even though.
Sith gets the touch. Will be Nightya there to collect. Polar puts it towards net. Magic has to make a good touch. It's going to be off the back wall. Magic the double tap in order to clear this out. Great job from him. Sith tries to put it past Nightya. Will not be able to find it. Velocity's up, so Woofy's there first, though. And now Magic up as well. That's going to be everyone pushed forward for the side of Zave Esports. It's going to be a tricky defense. Nightya's got the flip reset. Just to like the play it past everyone. Nightya, the mind games pay off. They thought he'd flip reset it over, so Woofy jumps, Magic jumps. Nightya just drops down. Easy tap in, says thank you for that one. Go. Swag still going to be here trying to make sure they get it over towards that blue half.
Kind of bringing it towards him, though.
8 seconds left to go. You got one last chance.
Keep in the air.
That's what he did, trying to put it over towards the orange side. 2 seconds up towards the top. Phantom K clears it out, and that's going to be right to he should be able to get one. No, it's going to go back.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me?
Finds the last second heroic goal, and that will be Purpose Gaming taking. Attack is on for the side of the ball slappers, and it's looking like a good one. Demon's able to make the save.
Demon denies exact the equalizer, but he comes right back. He knew he had the defense beat. He knew they used all their resources to keep him out the first time, so he just had to bide his time and get to.
And you find an answer once more. This is not how you want to start the kickoff. Polar be over towards the side. He looks for another. Lena's able to push it out towards the corner. Gnosis tosses it up towards the center. Should be an easy collect for Nightya off the wall. Nightya finds a second. That's going to be right on net. Nightya, the redirect off the wall. Double tap. Oh my goodness. Phenomenal from Nightya there to take the 2-goal lead. And oh, so close from the defense. Towards that back wall will be collected. That's going to be Jacob P. Able to find that one. Now going to be in the corner. What else can you do with it? That's going to be nothing for now. It will go towards the top side. That's going to be Giannis missing. It's dangerous, but will be the side of last-minute French able to clear it. That's going to be the goal, too. Blaze able to find the flip reset right over top of who was it? I couldn't see it on that one exact this time. You can't save everyone. Blaze puts a push towards the orange half. You didn't even get past the 50-yard line, and that's going to be a shot on net save by Exact. And now that's going to be Sada able to clear it out towards mid, and Jacob looking to collect.
Ooh, it was almost a setup play there. Velocity's going to back pass it to Nightya. Exact going for the demo. But Nightya retains control. He's going to get a double reset. Oh my goodness. Nightya with the setup that you dream your teammates would give you. With a double flip reset that Velocity just collects in the top ends.
Back wall, looking to make the pass happen. Sky's there to contest. A hand up now. Sky pinches it off the sidewall. Will just be collected by Breezy. And now looking for the double tap. Div puts the final shot on off the crossbar. Will not go in quite yet, but finally did.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. And I know you guys all wanted a dog review. We have one in the Star Wars blankets. That is Rooster. He doesn't like me. He hates me. And then you also have the big old hairy one that you were seeing that was on my left side. That is Daddy Warbucks.
His name's what?
His name is Daddy Warbucks from Annie. You can skip the daddy, though.
Okay.
Yeah, don't. I wasn't the one to name him, even though that one likes me. So.
All right. Well. Anywho, we have Peak Esports versus Llama Champions. Let me check the bracket really quickly just to see how we got here. So Peak Esports beat Dystopia, who beat another team. And Llama Champions beat Pog Squad, who beat Faith and Friends. And that's how, okay, cool. So that's how we got here. How's Pog Squad doing? They are, they're playing right now. And Faith and Friends is one there. Okay, so the people who have paved the way to the Llama Champions are doing too bad. Now, how's Dystopia doing? They haven't played yet. Okay, cool. So, I mean, this is one of the matches that we're looking at as one of the bigger ones. So we have Naya, Resinal, and Pigeon or Tully. Tully? No, that'd be two L's. I don't know. Tully, maybe Tully.
I think Tully.
I think Tully. Peak Esports has Random Jota.
26. Mm-hmm.
He's got that dog in him. Is that a dog? Is it a wolf?
It might be a wog. It might be a wog.
Yeah, let's go with that.
But then we also have Secret Dan, who those might be cop sirens. And then you also have Roxert, which
There we go.
yeah, I'm too blind for that.
So, I got it.
Oh my goodness, pigeon.
wow.
Is that a cat?
That's what I'm
photoshopped
saying.
onto a pigeon? Okay, yeah.
It's
I had to make sure.
almost Meowl. It's almost there. It's not quite. It's like, it's Midgeon.
Midgeon.
Well, if you take the M and you put it where the P is, so anyway, Llama Champions are that would have been a little bit quick. The favored team, let's say.
One more.
I know the
There
Peak
is.
Esports brothers are in the Twitch chat. I don't know how much they like to hear that. But,
We're not biased, you guys.
No,
The only
this
thing
one-
I have a concern is there is no boost inside of Peak Esports. And
it's
yep,
Pigeon!
llamas. Why does everyone have crosses in their names nowadays?
Oh, I'm not complaining. Pigeon
Wait, that's not even an
assisted by
actual.
Night
What
Cloud.
is that? Oh,
like
these
a-
names are difficult.
Well, we at
I
least,
recognize that symbol from statistics that I saw,
we have Pigeon,
but it is just pigeons.
RSN, Resinal. Okay. Cool. So we've got Naya, Pigeon, Resinal, and then Jota, RXR as Pigeon
Oh,
again. Pigeon wants a under the minute hat trick, and it doesn't look like they're trying to stop him. Naya with a dime. You can't be focused on the dimes when the dollar is in your net. You know, I've been waiting for a while to say that one. So let's see.
Yeah, so these players are, at least Pigeon and I believe it was Resin, were in the top 8 or 7 of RLCS contenders for NA, I believe, is the exact one. So they are some incredible players that have the, tempo and speed and power to back it up.
NA short for North America, just like Calc is short for calculator, guys. Just want to put that out there.
Or calculus.
Calc short for, could be calculus. But like, use your, anyway.
We're not going into abbreviations. We'll be here for hours.
4 minutes left. Actually, feels like a lot more time has gone off the clock, I'm gonna be honest. But 3 minutes and 45 seconds left as Resinal is going to look for a goal. He won't be able to find it. Will they let Pigeon stat pad? We're going to find out. Jota will take it to the left side. He's going to keep it on the left side. Can he do much with it himself? He's dropped a little barrel roll. I didn't think I'd say that. As Resinal's going to take it down the middle. It's going straight. Oh, good save by Secret Dan. Was it? The Dan part's supposed to be Secret.
That's on target.
Wow!
No.
How did we get all the way back to that side? That's why I actually need a replay.
Yep, it was basically a pinch.
Well,
And Pigeon He's got a hat trick.
I want to say he does have a hat trick.
Not the one he's aiming for, of course, but
Not the conventional one.
he can still go home and tell his mom that he hit a hat trick.
Yeah, I mean, shoot. Or he'll just get the natural way. Nope, not yet. So, all right, 2-1. Peak Esports would be a big win for them. Just to take down the quote-unquote favorites here. That would be big. And to, of course, Nightya on a bit of a cold streak in our tournaments, opened up, I think, winning a lot of our money. And then none since. And he has that. They also, yeah, that's true. He has not played anything. Oh, Naya! Hey, speaking of, I should have kept my mouth shut. Maybe he wouldn't have scored. But a fantastic goal. Let's see this one. Little bump out. Resinal bumps it. Naya just smacks it in. Average Rocket League goal. That ain't one, That's a good finish. Good finish.
Just a
3-1.
classic. There's nothing really of note there at this time. It looks like Pika Esports is almost just getting left in the dust. I mean, they do have that play that they did have, but that was mainly just based on a horrendous misplay by Llama. I mean, they have a lot of people on the same side. I'm really concerned with Llama. I mean, like, yes, they are absolutely fantastic players, but they're sort of just... It almost seems like they're playing around and messing with themselves too much. And it's certainly causing some mistakes, like an open net right there that doesn't get capitalized on.
A lack of
is more
follow-up.
concerning.
Yeah. Well, you're right. A lack of... Well, there's the hat trick.
Oh,
there's the ethical hat trick. As he just air dribbles it straight. A lot of these goals, we can say besides the first pigeon goal, very solo goal oriented game. This one. The team play. I think this is just this game. This game makes me think it's just who's the better collector. See, now that can't happen. That is what the defensive laps would do at that Milwaukee is. It just flies down the wall, misses the ball. It is a rough bounce, I'll say that, but that can't happen.
Correct. At this level, it should not happen. Our level? Absolutely.
Our level? Brother, every other goal. But, that can't happen.
It's entirely to be expected. I mean, mistakes do happen.
Yeah.
Just up at this level, you always have to minimize them. That's typically what sets apart fantastic teams versus alright teams, is the minimization of mistakes. However, you also have the mistakes that you're able to capitalize on. Like, you had that miss. And they immediately turn and start doing their best work on that ball, which is exactly what you should do. If you do make a mistake, like I had an old soccer coach that it doesn't matter if you mess up and you lose ball. Get that ball back. If you get the ball back, no issues. But...
I think issues. We shouldn't have said issues. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, issues. My fault for saying something.
Good save, though. Good save.
To the epic gods. Oh,
there's a lot of stuff going on right next to the goal of the Llama champions. Nothing going in the goal yet, as Jota is going to try and tell me that, something's going to happen. Not quite yet. Pigeon trying to... There's a calamity on the side of the Llama champions over here. No goals, thankfully for them.
I mean, the calamity's no secret for these teams here.
No.
I'm sorry, I always need to do that. I need to find a way to make a pun out of someone's name. It's horrendous and shot on target, but Jotam does send it out. You have a great receive.
Wait, is that a
Can we see a
dime
psycho?
Oh,
nice. A nice little double psycho. I've never seen that before. It didn't go in, of course, but still, it was a fantastic attempt.
So for those at home, as Naya is going to put this one to bed, 5-2. For those at home and also potentially in the casting booth, what is a psycho, Lawaki?
Okay, so psycho is a very rare little maneuver where basically the ball is typically shot up above your net and it's probably not going to hit, or it is going to hit, and you're driving underneath the ball. You jump, fly up in the air, you tap it once, it's to where it redirects above your net, and then once it rebounds back towards you, you redirect it, like typically off the back underside of your car, and send it straight into the enemy's net. That is a psycho.
Beautiful. So
it is a rarity. It is very incredibly hard to hit, but when it is hit, it is a beaut nonetheless.
As Llama champions will take that game 1. Well, Is it apology for the? Hold on. Trying to think. That game was kind. How do you? What word would you use for that? Because like stuff happened, but none of it felt like it felt like Llama Champs had this one after the first 2 goals. I didn't feel enough pushback from Peak Esports to be like, well, I think they have a shot. It felt like Llama Champions were just making too many mistakes to where it was like, okay, Peak Esports happens to be obviously with the own goal. Mistake number 1. I just,
It's the easiest way to say it is that Llama appears in control.
Yeah.
Like, obviously they are controlling the game, but it's more like the best thing is the actual appearance of it. Because even if you aren't fully in control of the game, if the enemies think and feel you are, guess what? That becomes truth. And misplay coming out from Llama. Peak, I mean, that's just a great read. Like, straight send. Too much attempts coming out from Llama. You had the last man. Resin, he was... Actually, I don't think it was Resin, but you had last man that was there on sidewall when, quite frankly, shouldn't have been sidewall, should have been playing a little bit more safe. I mean, Llama thinks they have it in the bag, so they obviously are going to try it. They think they are the champions, but look, 3-man attempt. This is where things can get rough for them, but they just have such great control. I mean, it's just in front of net and almost just gets sent straight in.
They're making the triple commit almost look like it's a really good play. Which is a little scary to think about. Kids, these guys are really good at Rocket League. You don't have, maybe a triple commit isn't something that should be copied. But, a lot of they're just all playing in the opposite half, so they're playing crowd control. If they can keep it on the opposing side of the field, it can't go into their net. It's like a boolean. If on now it's in the back of the net again.
Great work from Rixer there. I mean, he just reads him out. And he just has the control, and that was the last of his boost. Just puts it in.
He's
a
playing...
simple play. It's a great play, but simple. Like, if you have great mechs, like, that's not a fantastic play. It gets the job done. That's all that plays are necessary, is ones that just get the job done. I get too annoyed from people to typically champ and also at this level too, where they're trying too many fancy things. They're trying to be the next Zen when Zen isn't necessary. All you have to do is play great fundamentals, and that's exactly what happened right there on that net. I mean, he's playing his time, waits for them, waits for the overcommits, and a bump attempt as well. Puts more pressure on. That's just a perfect fundamental goal. Like, nothing fancy on it.
We haven't seen the fancy. I think that's what it was hard to do to talk about the first game. There wasn't an incredible amount of fancy stuff. This is not like these are not explosive goals. Like, had Rexer, however you pronounced it. His second goal wasn't, a quadruple flip into bounce off the floor. It's just playing. He's playing the angles correctly, and he's scoring off of them. They are playing very
fundamental.
If they're playing fundamentally, I didn't want to say basic because that didn't feel right. It's not like they're just driving it into the net on the floor. But they're just playing their angles correctly. They're playing patiently. They're doing what they need to do to score. They're not doing all the extra bits. They're leaving the extra bits out.
They're playing fundamental Rocket League, which is play what you know. Don't go for anything psychotic. Like, you have a bunch of people, me included, that it's just like, hey, can I try? Like, I'm going to try this. Like, it doesn't matter if it's going to work. I don't care if it goes in the net. Like, yes, I would love for it not to, of course. But you just want to try some stuff. It's so fun to try some things. I mean, you have misplay once again, and that's just not the fundamentals you want to see. Like, Knight had the great fundamental there, but he just gets read out by his teammate.
Yeah, well, you can't stand
like, it's rough, but, like, the fundamentals are fantastic. You just got to play them.
People sometimes don't like the fundamentals, guys. If you don't like that, please do not go watch Tim Duncan highlights. Please do that, by the way. But it's a bit boring. people aren't going to enjoy it like they will if they see all these fancy moves and all that. But
There's no flair to it.
like you say, it gets the job done. When you want to play the long game, as it feels like some of these teams want to do, they just want to play simple, save the fancy stuff for the winners, for the grand finals and stuff. You just want to play to what gets you to win, and that's what's happening in these games. And it's worked. Both teams, whoever wins this game, it's coming out of fundamentals, and that's the name of the game right now. As shot on target, good save by Naya, who's been the maestro, as I like to call him. He just is all over the place doing what he thinks is right. And but yeah, fundamentals, that's gonna win these games.
Absolutely. And the question is, minute and 5 remaining, how are they going to play? Llama sort of needs a change here. I mean, a great save. Like, you see him up for it. I don't think they'll be able to receive this nicely. Now you have Pigeon going for a solo play, but he just overdoes it. Like, it's rough, but now fundamentals isn't exactly your thing at this time. Yes, we've been preaching on it for a very good amount of time, but you need to get past at this time. So you play a little bit risky, especially because you're down. Like, when you're down is where a lot of things need to be no longer held back. You need to go for the things that can be considered a little risky because you're already losing. What you're going to do? Lose by more? Doesn't really matter.
It's like when you're late to class, you can't be more late. You're already late. And it's just, but we're going to see, you would think times like this, Peak Esports is doing a real good job of just keeping the ball. They're parking the bus a bit. They're just going to say, listen, we're winning. I don't care how we win, but as long as we don't lose. Oh,
Pigeon!
No.
Oh my god! The sort of stole that, but like this is where things like he just plays it so well. He got the flip reset, and then he continued it forward on the floor, and that's just a simple play, but good. Like, yes, you don't have to abandon the fundamentals for those fantastic plays. You keep them rolling, obviously, and that's what does well.
I'm glad I didn't say Peak Esports will win this game as Pigeon dribbled it straight into their net. That would have been really bad. The ball, I'll say, is flying as it towards the net, but a good redirect. This game is like, try not to get bored, ladies and gentlemen, because this is how fundamentals is. The game isn't going to be as fast as maybe people want it to be, but it's going to be cleaner. You see the Naya's gonna finish it though. I want to replay. Give it to me. Let's see. Assisted by Resin off the wall. See, now that's just an angle you can't take. I don't know who hit the ball off the wall, but they hit it off the wall just in front of their net.
They hit it too far. More than likely, what should have happened was obviously a trap, because traps on your half are, quite frankly, what you should focus on. Because when you're on your half, it's your game. Except if you're getting the pressure. Once that pressure is relieved, it's your game, and then you set the tempo for the redistribution and the refight there. That's how it should go. But I mean, it was a good one. Llama champions truly showing they want to be those champions. They're trying to get to those finals and those grand finals for that $100. Peak Esports getting dropped out there. 0-2. It was a great 0-2 nonetheless. Close, but not all the way.
Oh, as we were talking about angles, if you noticed, I was looking at my screen over here. This is where I have the Twitch stream because we're a little ahead. And I was rewatching the goal. The only thing I could suspect is Secret wanted to get it to switch it to the opposite side. Maybe that's where his team was, and he wants to put a counterattack on. Angles was the name of this game. The reason that they had 2 goals from RXXR, how you pronounce it? Angles. The first goal, hot shot off the front right part of the car. The second one, little dumper, just drop a floater right into the net. Angles. You said Peak Esports will go down to the losers bracket. Llama champions. That was a weird second game. It could have very well been a loss. Pigeon kind of saved them. It's curious to see what's gonna win this tournament? Is it gonna be Llama Champions or like a Peak Esports where it's coming from fundamentals, or is it gonna be that boomer ball, just smack it and drive kind of play style? I'm very curious, I have to say.
It should be fun nonetheless, but for that, we'll be taking it to a quick and short break while we do get situated for the next coming games, which is the winner semifinal. So, don't go anywhere. Get a little bit excited. We'll be right back. See you all soon.
Not the Stellar. Vi gets it out of the way. Vi's going to bring it up the wall. He's going to look towards the middle. He has Breezy in the middle. He's going to get it to him. 3 back. Hey! Whoa! Div! Are we stat padding? He just bumped his own teammate.
Div, that was actually a beautiful read. That's actually a really tough call to cut across your...
What Zave Esports can do to, mitigate their losses, but and try not to lose this game one by more than 1 goal. And what is this play coming up from Zave Esports? Are you kidding me? It looks like it was maybe a double commit. I don't want to, talk down on these guys' team play, but look at that. What?
Shrink back into their box and wait as Risky comes off the ceiling, gets a reset beautifully, puts it top ends. Again, the story completely flips for ADSF. They looked a little bit impotent in the first game, and they show that that is not their character.
A pinch out from Roxer, almost spelling danger for ADSF, but now it's Ness looking for the flip reset over 1, gets the double tap. Are you kidding me? That is the response that we are looking for. Ness says, I'm going to do it all myself. Flip reset over 2, and then the double tap. Oh.
I mean, they're playing 2 on top of each other. They're too flustered. The anger and the, pressure is getting to them incredibly well here.
Oh my goodness! What a shot!
He is showing the pressure, and that is a backboard touch. I honestly thought he was on the wrong team and scored in his own.
Defense, and there was no one there to play defense. No, it's a disaster. 4 for disaster. Oh,
pretty much as Taliska goes up another goal. 5-4. This game is not over just yet, folks. Portuguese Bim Bam looks to say game over. Now the 8th.
L was coming in to try and get that one in, but Monk just was there for the clear. They can get this one. Oh, no, they have 2 seconds left as
No, it's not possible.
L finally gets the redemption, and he'll cement that goal, giving his touch. Has Reeker waiting for it, goes right to Reeker off the wall, but Fast is wiser to it. Sith's now going to struggle to try and keep it out. Gets a beautiful reset and sends it to Reeker. What a beautiful play by Sith as he freezes the ball in net, or excuse me, in the middle of the air, and gets a tremendous reset. And Reeker was ready the whole time.
Yeah, you have to. And that was a great analogy, as you can just see as oh my goodness, Monk already shut me up.
What a reset.
The casters can't happen to be a game, can it? As Monk, he has that reset, fakes out. Yeah, they are. They almost had something. Rotating up had something on, but just equally denies. Bug gets a shot.
Oh,
That boy towards the net, and Fast
Where
is going
does
to
that
tie
come
it up.
from? Where does that come from?
I don't know.
He's
but
on
you
the
can just-
ceiling. The ceiling reset. He knows to hold it the whole time. He's
Not to Stellar. Vi gets it out of the way. Vi's gonna bring it up the wall. He's gonna look towards the middle. He has Breezy in the middle. He's gonna get it to him. 3 back. Hey, whoa, Div! Are we stat padding? He just bumped his own teammate. He
Damn, that
scored.
was actually a beautiful read. That's actually a really tough call
Wow.
to cut across your.
What Zave Esports can do to, you know, mitigate their losses, but and try not to lose this game one by more than 1 goal. And what is this play coming up from Zave Esports? Are you kidding me? It looks like it was maybe a double commit. I don't want to, you know, talk down on these guys' team play, but look at that. What?
shrink back into their box and wait as Risky comes off the ceiling, gets a reset beautifully, puts it top ends. Again, the story completely flips for ADSF. They looked a little bit impotent in the first game, and they show that that is not their character.
A pinch out from Roxer, almost spelling danger for ADSF, but now it's Ness looking for the flip reset over one, gets the double tap! Are you kidding me? That is the response that we are looking for. Ness says, I'm gonna do it all myself, flip reset over 2, and then the double tap. Oh!
I mean, they're playing 2 on top of each other. They're too flustered. The anger and the, I guess, pressure is getting to them incredibly well here.
Oh my
what a
goodness.
finish! What
Oh
a
my
shot!
That's
Yes,
how you-
he is
Ooh.
showing the pressure, and that is a backboard touch. I honestly thought he was on the wrong team and scored in his own.
We got 15 seconds on the clock.
15 seconds. Can you get it done in regulation, or will we have to go to overtime? Gengar air dribbles over everyone. 90%, 2 goals back to back. Off the kickoff, Gengar shows up big. Air dribble, bumps Sith out of the way, says, give me that goal. And now... has to show up once more, and now it will. Sawufi starting to air dribble forward. The bump trying to come through from Reeker. Reeker won't be able to find it, but Sawufi will, and he'll find the goal. Sawufi has both here for the Zada Zave Esports, and they have tied it up 2-2 going in to the latter half of this game too.
Gonna dribble it in the air. Ooh, the accidental bump on Sith, going for it. But still able to make it in time off the wall. Oh my goodness, almost fell into the corner, but it sets up perfectly for Reeker to take the first goal of game 4.
Sith, a phenomenal job there. The double tap off the post, and Reeker is...
And this is, like you said, a war of attrition. Who can hold out until the last second?
Yeah, it's what about that as Chris gets it in. Finally, a score happens. He forced his way as Dr. Duck tried to make the last second save, but it was not going to be nice. He actually, Chris knocked the player out of the way.
Oh, can't get the angle. So if he's
Way
gonna keep
too
looking
much.
for it. He's looking for it. Oh, he's gonna score! So if he seals the game! 10 seconds left. Rhyme or reason does not matter when there's that little time, so Woofy puts it away and slams the clock on the floor. We might be looking.
Zave Esports, congratulations. You finally done it. You are our champion. Back wall, looking to make the pass happen. Sky's there to contest. A hand up now. Sky pinches it off the sidewall. Will just be collected by Breezy. And now looking for the double tap. Div puts the final shot on off the crossbar. Will not go in quite yet, but finally Div puts in the goal to win this game number 2. And the side of Team Silence are going to win this series in a 2-0 fashion. For now, trying to see if you can break this stalwart defense by the side of Team Silence.
Honestly, at this point, it's looking like that is a no, but obviously at this level of gameplay, things can absolutely change. Sky with a demo and a murderous goal there. It was impossible to see. He used his enemy as the shot put. Lose it all as well, which is exactly what Ignite is looking for, but I'm not exactly so certain that it will happen. I mean, look at the control from Random Shot. He's playing as much time as he wants, and Nava's taking it up as well for a little bit of fun action. Flip reset, and that is just in from Nava, scoring him a goal for this game with 2 seconds remaining, and it looks like this game is all but over.
Yeah, it's been dominant from the side of B. Kamachi. All 3 players in the same spot. It gets taken away from them by Chuz, and they will score. Chuma that one. So now, will be a minute 55 left to play with. You still need 3 goals to tie things up. Will be a counterattack coming in. Polar off the back wall sends it. Another one, a double tap, a triple tap from Polar. Oh my goodness, another goal is tallied for the side of No Hesitation.
It just feels like the pressure is different, even when the ball, even though.
Gets the touch, will be Nightya there to collect. Polar puts it towards net. Magic has to make a good touch. It's going to be off the back wall. Magic, the double tap in order to clear this out. Great job from him. Sith tries to put it past Nightya. Will not be able to find it. Velocity's up, so Woofy's there first, though. And now Magic up as well. That's going to be everyone pushed forward for the side of Zave Esports. It's going to be a tricky defense. Nightya's got the flip reset. Just elects to play it slow. Hit past everyone. Nightya, the mind games pay off. They thought he'd flip reset it over, so Woofy jumps, Magic jumps, Nightya just drops down. Easy tap in, says thank you for that one.
Not to Stellar. Vi gets it out of the way. Vi's gonna bring it up the wall. He's gonna look towards the middle. He has Breezy in the middle. He's gonna get it to him. 3 back. Hey, whoa, Div! Are we stat padding? He just bumped his own teammate.
Div, that was actually a beautiful read. That's actually a really tough call to cut across your team.
What Zave Esports can do to, mitigate their losses, but and try not to lose this game 1 by more than 1 goal. And what is this play coming up from Zave Esports? Are you kidding me? It looks like it was maybe a double commit. I don't want to, talk down on these guys' team play, but look at that. What?
Shrink back into their box and wait as Risky comes off the ceiling, gets a reset beautifully, puts it top ends. Again, the story completely flips for ADSF. They looked a little bit impotent in the first game, and they show that that is not their character.
A pinch out from Roxer, almost spelling danger for ADSF, but now it's Ness looking for the flip reset over one. Gets the double tap! Are you kidding me? That is the response that we are looking for. Ness says, I'm going to do it all myself. Flip reset over two, and then the double tap. Oh.
I mean, they're playing two on top of each other. They're too flustered. The anger and the, I guess, pressure is getting to them incredibly well here.
Oh my
goodness!
finish.
What
Oh
a
my
shot!
That's
Yes,
how you-
he is
Ooh.
showing the pressure, and that is a backboard touch. I honestly thought he was on the wrong team and scored in his own.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Rocket Rush number 8. I'm Kenzo SSW, and I'm joined by Naya. Or, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name wrong.
All good,
today
all
we
good.
got, hey. But today we got two good matchups. It is Zave Elite taking on the two teams that we've seen Zave Esports before. Zave, they have a whole bunch of teams, a lot of teams that we are trying to keep track here. As you can see, semifinal is Llama Champions and Zave Master. A lot of Zave teams in this tournament, and a lot of Solus teams. Here, speaking of Solus, December 5th, December 6th will be the Bear Together tournament. That is a $1,500 prize pool, if I'm correct. So that will be exciting to play. We will also be casting there. So it will be no Rocket Rush that week. Now, I want to get your thoughts on this matchup real quick before we get started.
Yeah, I think it's going to be extremely interesting, Kenzo, as, you know, this is one of the Zave teams. I think the Zave community really strives in their work, in their community, right? So I think overall, that Zave organization of Elite, they're going to know what those other upper organizations are going to be trying to play around in this tournament too. So this is a little crazy prediction from me, and I'm already predicting this already, but what if Zave Elite and the other Zave Esports team took each other on in the upper finals? That would be a little crazy, though, wouldn't you think?
I think it would be a little bit crazy. Now, I could be wrong, but I think we have had two Zave teams play against each other. I think it was Premier and Esports that played each other before. I think it was back in our Halloween tournament that they played against each other. So it could be possible, but Llama's Champions are the heavy favorite. They are another Solus Path team that has really, really good teams. So it's going to be tough to if a Zave team could beat them a lot of times. And and speaking of Zave Esports, they're playing Solo Path down in the losers bracket, so that's going to be a very tough game for them. It seems apparently Zave likes to play in the loser bracket, so I don't know, but that's how you do. We look at the chat real quick. Cookie says Zave Elite, and they're pretty hyped about it. So we got some Zave fans in here. But if you do guys want to sign up, it's $100 every week. So see how. Yeah. So we're waiting for both these teams to get on. I'm not gonna make any predictions because I am already on the watch list because of Sean and Wacky because of my overtime.
Oh, like Caster Curse in a way?
Yeah, Caster's Curse, which apparently always gets me, and I guess it's transferred over to them. So you guys have fun with that. You guys have fun with that. But I will say I have seen, like I said, we have seen Zave Esports or Zave Academy in the past because they play a very good style of Rocket League, and that's very hard to do that. Yeah. And like I said, you have a lot of these teams that come in with RLCS being on the way. Some of them even place top 7, top 8, top 5, and you're coming into something like this, you're putting a very huge target on your back.
Yeah, and I think it's also cool, Kenzo, to see like a couple underdog teams take on those upper performance teams that really did reach that RLCS Open Qualifier spot in those more upper rounds, right? So, I mean, if an underdog team could really make an upset here, that would be a huge thing for the community to see here at Nameless. But as well, like if you're a fan or a teammate or a team member, coach, staff, whatever, up on a underdog team taking on a more professional side Rays thing, I think it would be really, really good overall for the synergy, but as well just the match itself.
Yeah, I think that a lot of times you do have these underdog stories where some team that you may never even heard of comes against a very powerhouse team. But the question is, what can you do to knock off that heavy favorite team? And it's just like March Madness, we've seen 16 teams beat the first seed team, and again, it's always just just crazy to see how it happens, Like I say, it's all about that communication, all about the rotation, and kind of maintaining and getting the other team to play your style of play. And that's very hard to do against some of these top teams, against a team like Solus Path, like Xavier Elite, like Llama Champions, all these teams that are with these players that are SSL champions or, grand champs and, stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think also something to say about like three keys kind of going up into this. If you're both of these two teams right here, you want to be attacking with pressure all over the pitch here in this match here tonight, right? You want to move forward into that more of a upper phase to advance yourself to a better spot in the tournament. But as well, you want to play defensive and you want to have strategic communication. I think those are going to be the three important big keys for these two teams in this match, because let's say if they didn't have those, right, it would kind of shapeshift in a so long of a neutral side of thing. But I think it's a crucial decision to say, is Tech going to use that strategic communication, the macro, against Xavier Elite?
You know what? That's a good question. I do think that with the defensive side and the communication are going to be the most important things, because a lot of times I've seen players, especially in this tournament, kind of play over-aggressive. And speaking of getting ready, the players are on the field, 6 on the field, 5 on the clock. We are underway as it's Xavier Elite versus Tech, and these two teams already starting us off way off target. Was a shot. I think it was, not sure who it was. There's Kage Nador, Nico, and Brandon for Tech Duck, and Xavier Elite with Chris Occasionator. I'm sorry. Thank you, production, as Cajinator is going to get it and jump start it with a 1-0 lead, 4:39 left on the clock.
Wonderful passing read there from Nico to Cajinator. But yeah, wonderful play here for the team of Tech as they lead 1-0 in the series so far against Xavier Elite. So look at this demo though, up on the Krish. This is a little interesting as Tech is going to play a little safe here against Xavier.
Yeah, playing a little safe, kind of backing off a little bit. Xavier Elite, they do like to play a bit of a pressure. Oh, that was an attempted shot by Fouge, but it gets saved by Cajinator. Cajinator going to get that touch. Go to the air, flat to the air again. Looks for that reset. Gets met by Cruz. Over to Brandon. Gets met with that 50. That was Nico rushing back downfield, trying to hurry back there. He looks almost to get demoed just for that quick second.
Oh, interesting stuff here. Tech just trying to apply some pressure, but take a look at this. Xavier Elite, they're going to have this ball control here, but it does get saved here from Tech, and they might just be running it back towards Xavier Elite's defensive hold.
That defensive hold is sort of being broken right now by Tech. Tech's applying a bit of the pressure, and that's what they have to do against Xavier Elite. Xavier Elite is a very powerhouse opponent, so they're going to have to pull out all the stops, and it's looking at doing that right now. Into the corner, Cajinator tries to set up for a teammate. He can't find anybody as it's Chris. It's going to be Chris as he gets something going. Nico pops it in the air over to Cajinator. Cajinator has something way downfield. Very empty net, and there's seems to be something going on between Brennan and Mismo, I think is. I'm sorry for pronouncing that wrong. As Food pops it into the air. It looks to be just a 2v2 right now. Not sure what's going on. Maybe controller issues. We'll find that out. As Nico right downfield. Very empty net. He's off target again. No, Cajinator is going to get it. And it's 2-0 as Tech extends their lead.
Yeah, so Tech able to get that late demo there up onto Xavier, as Cajinator is also able to score that goal for Tech. So, I mean, they are up 2-0 right now against Xavier Elite. If you're Xavier Elite here, Kenzo, what do you think they need to do here?
I think they need to counter what Tech Deck is doing. Tech Deck is applying so much pressure and not allowing Zave Esports to get a shot off. Zave Esports, they have to work on that communication, they have to work on the team. It's not a one army show, unless you got that one player who likes to show off all the time. But you have to get the communications, get those rotations, get the passes off, and go for the demo. Speaking of a demo, there was one from Foosh, and now Zave Elite rushing back downfield is Chris, trying to make something that 50 not going to work out in his favor. Tech Deck applying a bit of pressure. Cajinator.
Oh, gotta be careful!
Ooh, Brandon this time gets the goal. I'm thinking of Naruto whenever I see the word K, so they got Kage, so that's on me apparently.
Hey, understandable.
I've been watching Naruto a lot, so I apologize to any Tech Deck player watching this, as it's 3-0 in favor of Tech Deck, as they will win the kickoff, as it's Massimo gonna set something up just a bit, rushing downfield. Now it's Tech Deck, bit on the pressure. Zave Elite getting just a bit more of the touch. They're trying to set something up, empty net back downfield. No, there's Nico ready to make a save. It's 2v1 in favor. I was gonna say empty net over to Cajinator. As he tries to get something to do it himself, but he's off the crossbar. Can't find anything. Go for that second attempt. No, he can't get anything. And it's Zave Elite with the pressure again. Nearing the 1 minute mark. Nico is gonna get in it. And it's 4-0. Tech Deck is running away with this one.
Hey, maybe they're trying to flip the skateboard, right? I mean, Tech Deck used to be really, really cool back then, but I love the team name. Tech Deck is really showing off right now against Zave Elite, as it is 4-0. Now, if you're Zave Elite here, the game isn't over yet. There's still 1:33. Can they apply some pressure? I don't know, though.
Ooh, no, that almost went
in.
Oh, that's almost a break for Zave Elite. All those times when I see that ball nearly into the net, Brandon, he might get something, and that is going to put the nail in the coffin, into the mausoleum, as it's 1:18 to go. Brandon, look at this, just the finesse, and it's working enough for him.
It's looking like the sacrificial lamb here in the Nameless Esports Rocket Rush Winners semifinals with Tech Deck and Zave Elite, as Tech Deck is 5-0 currently, trying to add a little more to the scoreboard as Cajinator puts it right to the corner. Maybe they'll try and follow this if you are Tech Deck, but no, Brandon's going to go back to the boost and try and play this smart here.
Yeah, 1 minute remaining on the clock. Zave Esports just wanted to at least trying to get something on the board. They have just nothing but an egg on that board, as we like to call it in football terms. As Brandon, let's get that touch, gonna fly through the air. He's got the emptiness, gonna be met. No, he passes over to a team. There's Foosh, who read it like it was yesterday. Now it's Nico, gonna go off that wall. Tries to set something up, though. Brandon, he's gonna do it himself, maybe. Tries to get a teammate. It's Cajun, the Coginator. At this point, I don't care what he wants to call him. He might be the Okage for a minute. As it's 6-0, and Tech Deck, woo! I gotta admit, y'all, hey, for a first time comers here, you guys are doing very well with 35 seconds left. And this Cajinator, he's gonna do it himself. Where the kickoff go? No, it's Massimo with the last second save, trying to put some ice on there, and it's Brandon 7-0. Oh my goodness! Please stop the bleeding, please. They have families.
Hey, Kenzo, maybe they'll let him get the Brazil, right? Have Zave Elite kind of score that one goal here to just have a little bit of momentum up in the series. But yeah, 25 seconds ticking up on the clock. It is in no dire reach for Zave Elite anymore in game one, as they need to be fighting their way back.
Hey, there's your Brazil.
Yeah, they heard me here if you are Tech Deck, so appreciative to that one. But yeah, nice goal there by Krish.
Yeah, I gotta say that was, and they say, you know what? Just for the meme, let's just go Brazil. 7-1, 17 seconds left. I will say not the best first game for Zave Elite, although it's, you usually get those games in Rocket League where you just get, smacked in the first game. But you still got the second one to go, as Chris is going to get the second one, and it's not much, but more like pity goals, to say the least, as it's 6 seconds. I don't think there's enough for a comeback, with only 6 seconds left, but it's, You do have the second game, and it's the best. It is best of 3 in the winner semifinals. But if you are Zabe Elite, you gotta focus on that second game.
Let's see what happens here. Maybe they could just try and show off here. As Zabe Elite is kind of taking this to the goal, but it's going to get shut down. And Tech Deck, you're going to be leading this one with a 7-goal favor against Zabe Elite here. So that is a big momentum builder for Tech Deck, as well as, like, as you said, right? Tech Deck coming up into this tournament, kind of new here. And I gotta say, the performance that they really played here against the Zabe Elite, it is very shocking and very scary.
Yeah, I have to pretty much agree with you on there. You know, Tech Deck really came in here, showed what they were about to do, and you know, it is crazy, you know, just to see how much that they have played so well. It is crazy just to think about of what they're doing. As my camera seems to be messed up a bit. I apologize. It's currently snowing where I'm at, so so nothing I can really do.
Maybe you're frozen.
Hey, yeah, hey, not like the movie, but hey, if y'all can hear me, then that's all you need to do. As we get set for this game, as we get set for game 2, Fooge tries to set something up. No, is Cajinator tries to set something up, and no, touch. Fooge with a demo, and Zabe Elite, they have to figure out something now, as this is really not looking up. They have so much of the pressure, Tech Deck applying so much. Yeah, like I said, so much pressure. They want to get that early. They want to get that jump start. Over to Nico. Nico, no, he's going to get denied just for a little bit. Now it's Brandon. No, back to Fooge. And this is just so indifferent. Not how you want to see Zabe Elite play.
Overall, though, this is a different game plan from Zabe Elite, as they're just trying to think strategically against Tech Deck, right? That first game was really over into the hands of Tech Deck, and Zabe Elite really want to try and control this one, as they do get the save there.
Get the save just in the nick of time. Now it's Zabe Elite rushing back downfield. Wants to put it in towards the net. Wants to get a jump start a bit. But Tech Deck gonna shut them down just for a little bit. Brandon tries to put it in toward the net. Or the Nico! Oh my goodness! What a shot from Nico. Look at the plays. Over to Brandon, faking everybody out. Nico comes in off the top rope like he's Rey Mysterio and dunks it into the net.
Unlucky there from Krish not to be back to save that one, but it is all okay. You still got a chance here to score a goal, as there is so much time up on that time bank here, up in this one. But Tech Deck, they might be just trying to score more, as that is crazy from Brandon. Oh my, Kenzo.
Oh, come on, you can't do that. Look at over from Cajinator to Brandon. Brandon off the top rope, gonna just
That's
let
like
that
an NRG.
Forward. I have to admit, yeah, little energy, little finesse there. Always you want to see. Apparently, they want to make some top 5 clips. Apparently, I see you, Tech Deck. I see you as Cajinator tries to clear that ball. Hey, let's Nico do it. Nico right downfield. It's gonna be met by Chris. Chris over to Fooge. Fooge's gonna try to set something up. Over to
Nice
Mismo.
beats.
And Massimo is going to put it up 2-1. Zabe Elite is finally up on the board in the second game.
Yeah, and this is exactly what they needed, Kenzo, as Massimo was able to get that one, which it was also assisted there. So great passing techniques from Zabe Elite. All they need to do is score one more goal to get this neutral here, but Tech Deck still applying this pressure. But take a look at this. Zabe Elite just trying to find something still.
They're trying to find something, but that pressure is being put right back on them. Gotta get out of the net. They're just lucky that they were able to not clear it out for Zabe Elite. And once it back again, Tech Deck wants to put the nail in the coffin just a little bit. To call the shot early. They're battling back and forth near the upper part of Zabe's side of the field. Chris warming around just a little bit. Ends it over to Fooge. Fooge's gonna try something. Ooh. He may have it just in the nick of time. As Nico with the touch. It's so much back and forth between these two. Zabe Elite can't seem to get anything going. Or they might. The 1v1. Oh, Massimo can't get it. Just denied by Tech Deck.
Interesting stuff here as this one is still close in between these two. Tech Deck leading only by 1, but take a look at that. Cajinator trying to put some pressure there up onto the back ropes. Massimo gonna take this one back towards Zabe Elite's defensive, but take a look at that. It's wide open. Branton almost missing. Oh,
he got it!
In.
Massimo gets the second effort. He missed the first time, redirected himself, went to the right, shot it to the left, and he gets it in towards the net. Not much you can do to stop that goal.
Yeah, absolutely crazy stuff here as Zabe Elite is matching that tempo from Tech Deck here in this game 2 of the best of 3. So let's see what they do here, Kenzo, as this pressure is still phenomenally showing from Zabe Elite.
Zabe Elite, they have something on. They just need one more goal to send us to a game 3. The question is, how do you stop Tech Deck's offense? Well, they do, just like that. You do stop it like that, as Massimo gets credit with the save. That's how you stop Tech Deck's offense. As it's Zabe Elite, they have a shot. Chris with a wide open shot, and Zabe Elite is gonna have the lead for the first time.
This is wild stuff here. We just got to see basically a team, score 7 goals up in that game 1. And take a look at that. They turn it right around. They place the Uno reverse card on the table and said, hey, I'm Zabe Elite. I'm going to do something in this series, and I'm going to turn the tides, right? So Zabe Elite up here by 1 goal, Kenzo. This is really good.
Really good for them, but now you have to keep up. You have to keep up that lead. As soon as I say that, it's Nico with the shot, and this game is tied right back up. Tech Deck is saying, hold on, wait a minute. You are not the New England Patriots. You are not coming back on us. We are going to win this 3-3. 126 left. Tech Deck needs a miracle if they want something. Massimo gonna try to fake him out. Can't do it. Not enough time left. 120 left on the clock. Nearing a minute. Nico has to pass it into the air. Flies to the air. Over to Cajinator. Cajinator tries to set something up. Tries to look for the double top. No, it's Nico who's not in the nick of time. But there is Brandon. Brandon gonna ride the wall. Fly through the air. Looks for that reset. No, it is Chris who gets that touch. Sends it back downfield. Is Nico. Very empty net. Who's back down there? Yes, it is Massimo with the save. A minute left on the clock. Cajinator can't find anything. And it just seems to be this game might head to overtime if one of the teams does not score in the nick of time. Foos way downfield. He's just off target. Nico with the save. My goodness, both these teams want to score so badly.
All right, unlucky stuff. That would have almost went in there, but Zabe Elite needs to hold this one.
Oh, no!
Oh, so Cajinator is able to score this one, but there is still time, Kenzo, for Zabe Elite to score a goal back. So there's still possibility where we could go to that next game in this best of 3, as there is 30 seconds. What will happen? Will Tech Deck win this one, or will Zabe Elite apply the pressure onto Tech Deck as Zabe Elite has the ball control up in the air, but it gets taken away?
Oh, they have it there. 15 seconds left for Zabe Elite to spell win, or do they have to get it right down the field? Chris has something, tries to get something up. 10 seconds left. Cajinator might have it just for the little bit. No, 4, 3, 2. It's spelling disaster. They have to get it downfield.
What's up?
Yes, they do in the nick of time. Over the air. Into the air. All Tech Deck has to do is just knock it towards the ground. Yes, they do. And Tech Deck is moving on. Zabe Elite close, but no cigar.
That is wild stuff here from Tech Deck to really show up like that one and shut down Zabe Elite on trying to make that reverse sweep up in the series, right? They were trying to make that uphill battle, Kenzo, but, Tech Deck was just the better team and they had the better macro in the end.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I have to agree. See, Zabe Elite was so close, so close. They just needed to get it down the field. You saw Tech Deck just apply a lot of that pressure. The pressure that Zabe Elite could not manage, and it was just so close for them. As you can see it right now, up in the winners final, it is Llama Champions versus Tech Deck. Llama Champions, the heavy favorite, as they took down Zabe Master. Bad luck for both Zabe teams.
Yeah, most definitely. I think, going up into this one, Tech versus Llama, that's going to be a very competitive series in between both of the two teams. They want to make their way to that grand final, Kenzo, here in the Nameless tournament. And I gotta say, both of the two teams could definitely do it here tonight. It just all depends upon what their plan is going up into that game, right? So going back to my three keys, right? You want to apply that pressure. You want to have those defensive holds, and you want to have that strategic communication. I think if, Tech applies what they just did in this series, it's going to be a great look here for them, Kenzo.
Yeah, I think it is. As I'm pretty sure Blake wants to say something for just a little bit. I'm gonna put it back up here in case anybody, in case someone wants to say hello. She's right there. She's she's biased a little bit. She wanted Tech to win.
I got the penguin. You got her. It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. It's Attack of the Plushies again, part 2 this time. Last week it was me and Lewacki. This time it's me and Naya. So. This game right here between Llama Champions and Tech Deck. Llama Champions, but we have to go for a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Rocket Rush.
Will go. Swag still going to be here trying to make sure they get it over towards that blue half.
Kind of bringing it towards him, though.
8 seconds left to go. You got one last chance.
Keep in the air.
That's what he did, trying to put it over towards the orange side. 2 seconds up towards the top. Phantom K clears it out, and that's going to be right to D. He should be able to get one. No, it's going to go back.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me?
Finds the last second heroic goal, and that will be Purpose Gaming taking. Attack is on for the side of the ball slappers, and it's looking like a good one. Demon's able to make the save.
Demon denies exact the equalizer, but he comes right back. He knew he had the defense beat. He knew they used all their resources to keep him out the first time, so he just had to bide his time and get to.
And you find an answer once more. This is not how you want to start the kickoff. Bowler be over towards the side. He looks for another. Lena's able to push it out towards the corner. Gnosis tosses it up towards the center. Should be an easy collect for Nightya off the wall. Nightya finds a second. That's going to be right on net. Nightya, the redirect off the wall. Double tap. Oh my goodness. Phenomenal from Nightya there to take the 2-goal lead. And so close from the defense. Towards that back wall will be collected. That's going to be Jacob P. Able to find that one. Now going to be in the corner. What else can you do with it? That's going to be nothing for now. It will go towards the top side. That's going to be Giannis missing. It's dangerous, but will be the side of last-minute French. Able to clear it. That's going to be the goal, too. Blaze able to find the flip reset right over top of who was it? I couldn't see it on that one exact this time. Can't save everyone. Blaze puts a push towards the orange half. You didn't even get past the 50-yard line, and that's going to be a shot on net save by Exact. And now that's going to be Sada able to clear it out towards mid, and Jacob looking to collect.
Ooh, it was almost a setup play there. Velocity's going to back pass it to Nightya. Exact going for the demo. The Nightya retains control. He's going to get a double reset. Oh my goodness. Nightya with the setup that you dream your teammates would give you. With a double flip reset that Velocity just collects in the top ends.
Not to Stellar. Vi gets it out of the way. Vi's going to bring it up the wall. He's going to look towards the middle. He has Breezy in the middle. He's going to get it to him. 3 back. Hey, whoa! Jim! Are we stat padding? He just bumped his own teammate.
Damn, that was actually a beautiful read. That's actually a really tough call to cut across your
what Zave Esports can do to, mitigate their losses, but and try not to lose this game won by more than 1 goal. And what is this play coming up from Zave Esports? Are you kidding me? It looks like it was maybe a double commit. I don't want to, talk down on these guys' team play, but look at that. What?
Shrink back into their box and wait as Risky comes off the ceiling, gets a reset beautifully, puts it top ends. Again, the story completely flips for ADSF. They looked a little bit impotent in the first game, and they show that that is not their character.
A pinch out from Roxer, almost spelling danger for ADSF, but now it's Ness looking for the flip reset over one, gets the double tap! Are you kidding me? That is the response that we are looking for. Ness says, I'm gonna do it all myself, flip reset over two, and then the double tap. Oh!
I mean, they're playing two on top of each other. They're too flustered. The anger and the, I guess, pressure is getting to them incredibly well here.
Oh my
dude,
goodness.
what a
Oh my
shot! I
That's
guess
how you-
he is
Ooh.
showing the pressure, and that is a backboard touch. I honestly thought he was on the wrong team and scored in his own.
We got 15 seconds on the clock.
15 seconds. Can you get it done in regulation, or will we have to go to overtime? Gengar air dribbles over everyone. 90%, 2 goals back to back. Off the kickoff, Gengar shows up big. Air dribble, bumps Sith out of the way, says, give me that goal. And now... has to show up once more, and now it will. So Woofy starting to air dribble forward. The bump trying to come through from Reeker. Reeker won't be able to find it, but so Woofy will, and he'll find the goal. So Woofy has both here for the Zada's AV Esports, and they have tied it up 2-2 going in to the latter half of this game too.
Gonna dribble it in the air. Ooh, the accidental bump on Sith, going for it. But still able to make it in time off the wall. Oh my goodness, almost fell into the corner, but it sets up perfectly for Reeker to take the first goal of game 4.
Sith, a phenomenal job there. The double tap off the post, and Reeker is...
Fun. And this is, like you said, a war of attrition. Who can hold out until the last second?
Yeah, it's all about that as Chris gets it in. Finally, a score happens. He forces his way as Dr. Duck tries. And we welcome you back to Rocket Roots, number 8. Number 8, there you go. 8, I got it, there you go. As this time, it is Llama Champions taking on the very two teams here in the, I believe, it is the winners final. So we are excited to see going off. As always, I'm Kenzo. This is Naya, and we are. Oh, sorry, that's somewhere right. There you go. I'm flipped a bit here. I flipped a bit, but I'm excited for this game. Llama Champions, very, very high caliber team versus Tech Deck, who we just saw absolutely get a very close game against Zave Elite.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be really interesting, right? As we got to see Tech Deck's first game, they were really leading that score momentum. But yeah, as you did just say, like Zave Elite really had them fighting there and kind of contending against them in that secondary game, which Tech Deck did take to make it here against the Llama Champions in our winners finals. Obviously, the winner of this will move on to the grand finals. But yeah, Kenzo, I think it's going to be very much exciting to see what happens here in between two of these great teams here in the Nameless tournament.
Yeah, I think these two teams are very, very, very good to see. You know, Llama Champions, and not just all, but Solace Path, they have so many teams that we know about. You know, there's rotating. You know, there's the main Solace Path team. And again, speaking of Solace Path, December 5th and 6th is the $1,500 Better Together tournament. As always, that we will be streaming that. As unfortunately next week there will be no Rocket Rush, and so if you're looking for that one, you might have to wait till 2 weeks after that, to the 13th, for some more Rocket Rush. But I'm excited to see this game. We're waiting for the players just to join the lobby. As you know, if you're a Zay fan, you know you're down in the losers bracket. You're playing unfortunately so is Pat. So I don't know how that game's gonna go. Yeah. So that may be an exciting game to see.
Yeah, most definitely. But who knows? I will say, though, Kenzo, Dystopia is also a challenging team, too, up in the losers bracket. So anyone that is fighting their way and competing in that losers bracket so far is going to have to face against Dystopia to make their way all the way to that grand final here. But yeah, I think it's going to be that scary situation, right? You really want to pull yourself together here in that losers bracket if you are any team that is below the winners. But yeah, Kenzo, it's going to be very exciting to see what those teams do to get back into that winner's position.
Yeah, these teams are going to have to fight to get back in there. And it's really hard to struggle just a little bit as we already off to start here as it...
All right, all good here as Tech Deck is currently down 1-0 against Llama Champions, as Llama Champions is going to try and score another goal. But take a look at that Cajunator trying to apply some pressure into the backline of Llama. But who knows what could happen here as more is put to the wall. Pigeon has the ball. Gonna try and take it. Nico stops it. And now the ball is pressured to the side of the defense of Llama. But take a look at this. Arisa gonna try and do something here. Who knows what's gonna happen? Can Llama get there? Yes, they will. Okay, so it is a fight in the midfield as Cajunator has the ball. The pressure is trying to phase towards Llama as Tech Deck wants this in their favor. They want to score a goal here against Llama Champions to neutralize that score line, as it could have been that perfect pass. But oh no. So Tech Deck gonna be back up on the wall here. Brandon, oh no, Nico is temoed, and this is not a good sight to see if you are a Tech Deck fan, as the ball control is in favor of Llama Champions, and it might just be kiting, but no, it's gonna be that save here from the side of Tech Deck, and that is a big savior from the side of Tech.
As hopefully I'm back. Can y'all hear me? Please. I'm in the darkness. It's frozen. It's frozen outside. I'm being frozen. Elsa is not here. As I'm back. Llama Champions, they're up 1-0 as Tech Deck looks to try to make something. Nico gonna get that touch though. He's gonna make like Nightya. And here's the crazy thing, this team between Nightya, Pigeon, and Resino, they're a pickup team. So Nightya is making the rounds a bit in the Rocket League community. If you can pull up a team just like that, then hey, you're a bit of a threat.
Yeah, most definitely. But let's see what happens here. Who's going to be better at defending this one? As Brandon was up in the air, but it's going to be beat. Nico will get that pressure back to the side of where Pigeon is. But take a look at that. Cajunator up on the wall trying to get something to work. But no, it's going to be back into the defensive side. But no, they're gonna... Oh, they almost scored it.
Oh, just off the top of the crossbar. He had something just not in his favor. And Llama Champions again gonna apply a bit of the pressure. Resino gonna try to do something. He's gonna try to do it himself. You should have passed it to your teammate. He was open. Oh my goodness. But they might have something. Goes for that double tap. The triple tap.
Oh, what
no!
a save.
Can't get it. The last save by Nico. Now it's Cajunator. No, Cajunator gonna get that touch. RS and gonna get it into the net. And it's Llama Champions up 2-zip 149. Spelling disaster for Tech Deck here in the first game.
Yeah, wonderful goal there if you are Llama champions, as they are up 2 goals here, Kenzo, in the winners final. This is a good statement here from Llama champions, as champions are in their name. Maybe they could make it to that grand final spot, but there's still a minute and 38 left in this match. Can Brandon find an equalizer for the side of Tech Deck? No, it's actually going to be back into the side of the Tech Deck.
Tech Deck just blind something a little bit there, and that might have in the nick of time as Resino puts it in towards the net. 3-0 is the score. Llama champions putting on a heck of a show. That curve shot, the assist from Pigeon, and it's 3-0. Tech Deck might be down the first game here if they don't put something in towards the net. They might have the kickoff. Brandon Potts at the end of the year. Oh, he tried to get over Pigeon. Pigeon not gonna allow it. Excuse me.
Let's see what happens here. Llama champions up by 3 goals, Kenzo. Look at that pressure. Ooh. I mean, Llama wants to apply even more and more into this defense of Tech Deck, but the bump comes out, and Naya is there. But take a look at that. Cajunator wants to take a little bit of control. The ball is up. Nico takes the shot, but look at the save. That is crazy work from Llama.
The save by Resident, my goodness. RSN, as he wants to be called, as it's, Nightya tried to get that shot once again. Llama Champions are playing with another shot. There's Nico trying to do everything himself, but he can't do it. Llama Champions gonna just deny in the nick of time. Nearing 30 seconds left. Tech Deck at this point might just prepare for the second game as Pigeon trying to go off the wall. Looks for nobody there. No, he's trying to do everything himself. I don't know, it's a good idea, but when you're up 3-0, you might as well play a little game of mess around and find out.
Oh, almost going up in there, and Llama champions are going to be able to score another goal. And yeah, I think I gotta say now that this game 1 is out of reach for the other.
Yeah, out of reach just for them in the nick of time. That second effort from Resino, he got it into the net after it was saved by Tech Deck. And now it's reaching just 10 seconds left on the clock. Brandon pops it in the air. Resino gonna get a little touch too high for a shot. As that ball hits the ground or no? Yes, it will. And Llama Champions is gonna take the first game.
Yep, so Llama champions, a lot up in the line of sight for them, as RSN is able to get those 3 goals. Pigeon is able to follow up with another goal. But yeah, really wonderful work and aggression phase there from Llama champions. But you know what else is going to be really exciting to see is if Tech Deck can match that tempo in this game, Kenzo. I think if they do that, we might just be seeing that game 3 potential.
Yeah, even though it was their first game, Tech Deck does have a bit of just seeing how Llama Champions plays, and that's the thing, is learning from your mistakes. You saw Llama Champions apply very much of the pressure, not allowing Tech Deck to even get a shot off. Every attempt that Tech Deck had, they were instantly denied. They didn't get the rotations down, even though they had communications. They knew who that first man, that second man, that third man was. Llama Champions just applying way so much of the pressure. And now coming into the second game, as we get ready for the second game, in fact, as it is Llama Champions already with the kickoff. That was a very weird move from Tech Deck to abandon that, as Nightya gets that little touch, going to do thing himself a bit. No, now rushing back downfield is Llama Champions. Resino gonna pop it in towards the air. Gets by Cajunator, but it's not gonna get past Brandon. Brandon tries to put it into the net, but he is a little too slow on that. Tech Deck needs something as Resino, try to do a bit of a dribble over, that was under Brandon, my bad, as it's Nightya with the touch over to Resino. Resino tries to do something, he misses. And once again, it's Tech Deck now with control. Now, if you're Tech Deck, you have to get something. You have to apply just a bit of that pressure if you want to score early. Speaking of scoring early, Pigeon! No, it's Resino! He stole his shot!
Oh, yes. So, Resin is able to get the 1 there, assisted by Pigeon. And this is good looks here from the Llama Champions as they lead this game 2 here, Kenzo, against Tech Deck. And I think Tech Deck really need to be applying this pressure, because if they don't, this game is going to be out of hands really, really quickly.
out of quick, out of hand. It's just they have to figure out something. You see what Llama Champions is doing. They're bringing the fight to you. You have to bring the fight to them. Don't play a bit passive. You got to be a bit more aggressive. And speaking of aggressive, they might have a shot there, and there it is. It's Brandon who ties the game up. This is what Tech Deck needed. They need a bit of the pressure, looking for Llama Champions to make a mistake. Brandon with some boost into the air, and he gets it in towards the net with 3:53 left to go on the clock. With the score being tied up, Llama Champions and now feeling a bit of the pressure coming their way. Empty net, no, it's not yet with the save. Rushing back downfield. Oh my goodness, it's Resin with the score, and Llama Champions just like that have the lead again. Look at this.
Oh, yeah, I mean, no one was back there up in the nets. They gotta be a little bit smarter than that, Kenzo. They gotta be playing that defense against the Llama Champions, especially after that game 1, which was so strong in the favor of Llama.
Yeah, it was strong in the favor of them, but now you just saw you pass it downfield over to Resin, who got that shot. Now it seems to be there on the defensive side with 3:28 left to go. Resin gonna fly through the air, looks for that touch. Oh no, not ya. Trying to rush it back downfield. Brandon looks for that double tap over to Nico was just out of position, and it's back downfield over to Nightya. No, excuse me, that was Pigeon. My bad. Here's Nightya looking to make a play, trying to set something up. Resin look for that empty net off the wall. No, and yes, it is Nightya, and it's 3-1, a 2-goal lead for Llama Champions.
Yeah, and that's just a little bit of miscoordination there from the side of Tech Deck, and it's a little unfortunate here, right? You're facing against Llama Champions, which you need to be facing them with that tempo, and it's very much a struggle for Tech Deck so far up in this series, but maybe, Kenzo, maybe there is a chance that they could equalize.
I think there is a chance. You're down 2 goals. So, and here's the thing. You're down 2 goals, and you still have time. Excuse me, my back fell. As Brandon, with that touch, going to go off the wall just a little bit, and he misses a shot. Now it's Pigeon with possession. Tries to pop it into the air. Gets a demo. Resin has something. They're sending the cooking up just a bit. Oh, no. But just denied. Now it's Brandon looks to do it himself. Shot. Oh, there is a save.
What a save
from Nico. What a shot. Then there's Pigeon again, and it's 4-1. Llama Champions running away with it.
Yeah, crazy pressure here from Pigeon on the side of Llama Champions. Kitchenator wanting to try and save that one as they were the last man back for the side of Tech Deck, but the series isn't out of hand yet. We've seen teams come back from a 3-goal deficit. Can Tech Deck find a life in this game too?
I think they can. You know, it's that you're overcommitting. That's the thing. You're overcommitting. You're having 2 people back down into the net where you really should only be having 1. Those 2 people need to play a bit of pressure on that man. Speaking
that's
of pressure.
confusing.
Brandon is gonna get it again. The caster's curse is coming after me this time. I guess that's the way for making the last few sets of matches go into overtime. So I guess that's my payback. I guess that's my punishment. 1:59 left to go. As it's 4-2, Tech Deck. Now they have a bit of momentum, but they still need a lot of work. Look at Nico trying to set something up. Brandon, no, it's Cajunator. He's a little too high. Brandon back downfield, over to Nico. Nico tries to convert. No, it's going to be denied. As it's Pigeon. It's denied again. Tech Deck just cutting off any possible offense for Llama Champions. This is a smart strategy for Tech Deck.
Yeah, I agree. Tech Deck, they're playing a little more defensive here as it is that 2-goal deficit. But take a look at that. You're able to beat the midfielder, but you still have that striker forward, Nico. But it's saved. That's so unfortunate. And Llama is going to take this one back in the Tech Deck side.
That was an easy shot that Pigeon just read. You got to put a little more spice into that shot, and maybe Pigeon would not have a chance to make that play. I saw what they were trying to do, but it was an easily readable ball. Now Pigeon flies through the air, looks for that double tap, but he's a little too high. Not going to get anything going. Now Cajunator pops it into the air. Oh, Pigeon with a touch. That was a bad touch, but they do get saved to send it right back downfield. Nico Also gonna set it back downfield. Cajanator with a touch. Over to Brandon. Brandon tries to set something up. Looks for Cajanator. Oh, but again, the defense of Llama Champions providing what they can. Brandon tries to set something up. Oh, he's gonna be denied. Here's Nico. Looks off the touch. Tries to send it over to me. Over to Cajanator. No, the save by Pigeon. Oh, that was not gonna be it. That was the price of the last chance for Llama Champions. They might have something. No, Nico keeps the goal, keeps the dream alive. Nearing 20 seconds. Pigeon rushing downfield to stop the bleeding, to stop the shot. Here's that's Resident.
Oh no!
Playing downfield. Empty net might be the dagger. No, 9 seconds left. They have something. Nightya with the touch. Might call it quit. Might call it the end game here. 3, 2. They have something, but it looks like Llama Champions is going to say game over as soon as that ball hits towards the field, and Llama Champions nearly hangs on. They are moving on by a score of 4-2.
That was crazy stuff, though, from Tech Deck, as they were really trying to push their way towards that Llama Champions tempo of what they were trying to do with their macro, right? And I think they were trying to find it a little more in the end there, as it was that 2-goal deficit, and it wasn't that, major deficit that they were in before. But yeah, wonderful play style and placement from Llama Champions. It's going to be really exciting to see what the Llama Champions could do in the grand final, as they do advanced to that spot in our grand finals here tonight. So Kenzo, I guess I should ask you, I know that we have a couple matches up in that lower brackets, and stuff is very much shaping in a, would you say, a good factor?
I will say, yeah, they are setting things up, as you can see in our lovely, lovely playoff bracket made by our wonderful production team, as it's Solus Path taking on Dystopia, as Solus Path once again got the win over Zave. It seems to be that Solus Path just has everyone's number, apparently. And you can see Llama Champions with a decisive 2 victory. So Tech Deck will play the winner of Solus Path and Dystopia. That will be a game between these two, as Llama Champions awaits. They will sit a comfortably spot in our grand finals. That was just really bad. But here's the thing. You saw Tech that in that last game, they just needed more time. They had the defense, they had the pressure going, and just the shots were just not landing. I feel so bad for Tech that they played a very, very good game, but Llama Champions just played an even better one.
Yeah, I think they just gotta read a little more quicker. If you are Tech Deck, you gotta kind of insight that macro play, as I said, from Llama Champions, right? If you're not the one that's quicker against the other side, it's more likely that they will beat you in that scenario, and that's exactly what Llama Champions did. They read the situation extremely well, and they saw those mistakes that Tech Deck really made in the series here. So, I mean, Tech Deck still has a life here up in the tournament, right? As there is that lower bracket, Kenzo. And I think that's going to be really interesting too, to see who takes on Tech Deck, right? You got Solus Path, which we all know Solus Path did a great job up in the RLCS qualifiers. We were covering them here up on Nameless. But yeah, I think let's kind of see Solus Path take on Tech Deck. I think that would be a good match, honestly.
I think it would be. Here's the thing. Solus Path, they have a lot of teams, like a very lot of teams. Some that we have covered in this tournament alone. And the thing with Solus Path is they play very good. They play at a high level. RLCS, SSL, doesn't matter. But the thing that I want to see is now Tech that you have something. You have it there. You are so close. But now the question just remains of what can we do? We've played our best. But sometimes, like you said, your best is just not good enough. You have to play with almost perfection if you're playing against a team like Solus Path. And Solus Path rarely makes mistakes. They rarely make mistakes.
Yeah, as I said before, I think Tech Deck, if they want to be winning those games in that lower bracket, they got to learn from this loss here of Llama Champions in that upper bracket, which they just played, right? They don't want to be eliminated here in that lower bracket because they would be out of the tournament, right? So they need to be reading that book extremely well, Kenzo. But we up on the broadcasting team here of Nameless, we will be taking a break here, and shortly soon we will have the next match right around the corner, so stay tuned, everyone.
Will go. Swag still going to be here trying to make sure they get it over towards that blue half.
Kind of bringing it towards him, though.
8 seconds left to go. You got one last chance.
Keep in the air.
That's what he did, trying to put it over towards the orange side. 2 seconds up towards the top. Phantom K clears it out, and that's going to be right to he should be able to get one. No, it's going to go back.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Finds the last second heroic goal, and that will be Purpose Gaming taking. Counterattack is on to the side of the ball slappers, and it's looking like a good one. Demon's able to make the save.
Demon denies exact the equalizer, but he comes right back. He knew he had the defense beat. He knew they used all their resources to keep him out the first time, so he just had to bide his time and get to.
Can you find an answer once more? This is not how you want to start the kickoff. Bowler be over towards the side. He looks for another. Lena's able to push it out towards the corner. Gnosis tosses it up towards the center. Should be an easy collect for Nightya off the wall. Nightya finds a second. That's going to be right on net. Nightya, the redirect off the wall. Double tap. Oh my goodness. Phenomenal from Nightya there to take the 2-goal lead. And oh, so close from the defense. Towards that back wall will be collected. That's going to be Jacob P. Able to find that one. Now going to be in the corner. What else can you do with it? That's going to be nothing for now. It will go towards the top side. That's going to be Giannis missing. It's dangerous, but will be the side of last-minute French. Able to clear it. That's going to be the goal, too.
Oh!
Blaze able to find the flip reset right over top of who was it? I couldn't see it on that one exact this time.
Oh,
you
man.
can't save everyone. Blaze puts a push towards the orange half. You didn't even get past the 50-yard line, and that's going to be a shot on net save by Exact. And now that's going to be Sada able to clear it out towards mid, and Jacob looking to collect.
Ooh, it was almost a setup play there. Velocity's going to back pass it to Nightya. Exact going for the demo. The Nightya retains control. He's going to get a double reset. Oh my goodness. Nightya with the setup that you dream your teammates would give you. With a double flip reset that Velocity just collects in the top ends.
Defense, and there was no one there to play defense. No, it's a disaster. 4-4 for disaster. Oh.
Pretty much as Taliska goes another goal. 5-4. This game is not over just yet, folks. Portuguese Bim Bam looks to say game over. Now the
8th. L was coming in to try and get that one in. But Monk just was there for the clear. They can get this one. Oh, no, they have 2 seconds left as
No, it's not possible.
L finally gets the redemption, and he'll cement that goal, giving his touch. Has Reeker waiting for it. Goes right to Reeker off the wall, but Fast is wiser to it. Sith's now going to struggle to try and keep it out. Gets a beautiful reset and sends it to Reeker. What a beautiful play by Sith as he freezes the ball in net, or excuse me, in the middle of the air and gets a tremendous reset. And Reeker was ready the whole time.
Yeah, you have to. And that was a great analogy, is you can just see as oh my goodness, Monk already shut me up.
What a reset.
The Capsters can't happen to be a game, can it? As Monk, he has that reset, fakes out. Yeah, they are. They almost had something. Rotating up had something on, but just equally denies. Monk gets a shot.
Oh,
I'm going towards the net, and Fast
Where
is going
does
to
that
tie
come
it up.
from? Where does that come from?
I don't know.
He's
but
on
you
the
can just-
ceiling. The ceiling reset. He knows to hold it the whole time. He's
The back wall, looking to make the pass happen. Sky's there to contest. A hand up now. Sky pinches it off the sidewall. Will just be collected by Breezy. And now looking for the double tap. Div puts the final shot on off the crossbar. Will not go in quite yet, but finally Div puts in the goal to win this game number 2. And the side of Team Silence are going to win this series in a 2-0 fashion. For now, trying to see if you can break this stalwart defense by the side of Team Silence.
Honestly, at this point, it's looking like that is a no, but obviously at this level of gameplay, things can absolutely change. Sky with a demo and a murderous goal there. It was impossible to see. He used his enemy as the shot put. Lose it all as well, which is exactly what Ignite is looking for, but I'm not exactly so certain that it will happen. I mean, look at the control from Random Shot. He's playing as much time as he wants, and Nava's taking it up as well for a little bit of fun action. Flip reset, and that is just in from Nava, scoring him a goal for this game with 2 seconds remaining, and it looks like this game is all but over.
Yeah, it's been dominant from the side of B. Kamachi. All 3 players in the same spot. It gets taken away from them by Chuz, and they will score. Chuma that one. So now will be a minute 55 left to play with. You still need 3 goals to tie things up. Will be a counterattack coming in. Polar off the back wall sends it. Another one. A double tap, a triple tap from Polar. Oh my goodness. Another goal is tallied for the side of No Hesitation.
It just feels like the pressure is different, even when the ball, even though.
Gets the touch, will be Nightya there to collect. Polar puts it towards net. Magic has to make a good touch. It's going to be off the back wall. Magic, the double tap in order to clear this out. Great job from him. Sith tries to put it past Nightya. Will not be able to find it. Velocity's up, so Woofy's there first, though. And now Magic up as well. That's going to be everyone pushed forward for the side of Zave Esports. It's going to be a tricky defense. Nightya's got the flip reset. Just likes to play it forward. Get past everyone. Nightya, the mind games pay off. They thought he'd flip a reset it over, so Woofy jumps, Magic jumps, Nightya just drops down. Easy tap in says thank you for that one.
Not to Stellar. Vi gets it out of the way. Vi's going to bring it up the wall. He's going to look towards the middle. He has Breezy in the middle. He's going to get it to him. 3 back. Hey, whoa, Div! Are we stat padding? He just bumped his own teammate.
Div, that was actually a beautiful read. That's actually a really tough call to cut across your.
What Zave Esports can do to, mitigate their losses, but and try not to lose this game 1 by more than 1 goal. And what is this play coming up from Zave Esports? Are you kidding me? It looks like it was maybe a double commit. I don't want to, talk down on these guys' team play, but look at that. What?
shrink back into their box and wait as Risky comes off the ceiling, gets a reset beautifully, puts it top ends. Again, the story completely flips for ADSF. They looked a little bit impotent in the first game, and they show that that is not their character.
A pinch out from Roxer, almost spelling danger for ADSF, but now it's Ness looking for the flip reset over one, gets the double tap! Are you kidding me? That is the response that we are looking for. Ness says, I'm going to do it all myself, flip reset over 2, and then the double tap. Oh!
I mean, they're playing 2 on top of each other. They're too flustered. The anger and the guess pressure is getting to them incredibly well here.
Oh,
Oh my
what a
goodness!
finish.
What a
Oh my
shot!
That's
Yes,
how you-
he is showing the pressure, and that is a backboard touch. I honestly thought he was on the wrong team and scored in his own.
Defense, and there was no one there to play defense. No, it's a disaster. 4-4 for disaster. Oh,
Pretty
don't tell
much
me.
as
Do it.
Talisca goes another goal. 5-4. This game is not over just yet, folks. Portuguese Bim Bam looks to say game over. Now the 8th.
L was coming in to try and get that one in, but Monk just was there for the clear. They can get this one. Oh, no, they have 2 seconds left as
No, it's not possible.
L finally gets the redemption, and he'll cement that goal, giving his touch. Has Reeker waiting for it, goes right to Reeker off the wall, but Fast is wiser to it. Sith's now going to struggle to try and keep it out. Gets a beautiful reset and sends it to Reeker. What a beautiful play by Sith as he freezes the ball in net, or excuse me, in the middle of the air, and gets a tremendous reset. And Reeker was ready the whole time.
Yeah, you have to. And that was a great analogy, is you can just see as oh my goodness, Monk already shut me up.
What a reset.
The casters can't happen to be a game, can it? As Monk, he has that reset, fakes out. Yeah, they are. They almost had something. Rotating up had something on, but just equally denies. Monk gets a shot. That ball towards the net, and Fast
Where
is going
does
to
that
tie it
come
up.
from? Where does that come from?
I don't know.
He's
but
on
you
the
can just-
ceiling. The ceiling reset. He knows to hold it the whole time. He's
Back wall, looking to make the pass happen. Sky's there to contest. A hand up now. Sky pinches it off the sidewall. Will just be collected by Breezy. And now looking for the double tap. Div puts the final shot on off the crossbar. Will not go in quite yet, but finally Div puts in the goal to win this game number 2. And the side of Team Silence are going to win this series in a 2-0 fashion. For now, trying to see if you can break this stalwart defense by the side of Team Silence.
Honestly, at this point, it's looking like that is a no, but obviously at this level of gameplay, things can absolutely change. Sky with a demo and a murderous goal there. It was impossible to see. He used his enemy as the shot put. Lose it all as well, which is exactly what Ignite is looking for, but I'm not exactly so certain that it will happen. I mean, look at the control from Random Shot. He's playing as much time as he wants, and Nava's taking it up as well for a little bit of fun action. Flip reset, and that is just in from Nava, scoring him a goal for this game with 2 seconds remaining, and it looks like this game is all but over.
Yeah, it's been dominant from the side of B. Kamachi. All 3 players in the same spot. It gets taken away from them by Chuz, and they will score. Chuma that one. So now, will be a minute 55 left to play with. You still need 3 goals to tie things up. Will be a counterattack coming in. Polar off the back wall sends it. Another one, a double tap, a triple tap from Polar. Oh my goodness, another goal is tallied for the side of No Hesitation.
It just feels like the pressure is different, even when the ball, even though.
Sith gets the touch. Will be Nightya there to collect. Polar puts it towards net. Magic has to make a good touch. It's going to be off the back wall. Magic the double tap in order to clear this out. Great job from him. Sith Tries to put it past Nightya, will not be able to find it. Velocity's up, so Luffy's there first, though. And now Magic up as well. That's going to be everyone pushed forward for the side of Zave Esports. It's going to be a tricky defense. Nightya's got the flip reset just to like to play it forward. It's past everyone. Nightya, the mind games pay off. They thought he'd flip reset it over, so Luffy jumps, Magic jumps. Nightya just drops down. Easy tap in, says thank you for that one. Will go. Swag still going to be here trying to make sure they get it over towards that blue half.
Okay, kind of bringing it towards him though.
8 seconds left to go. You got one last chance.
Keep in the air.
That's what he did, trying to put it over towards the orange side. 2 seconds up towards the top. Phantom K clears it out, and that's going to be right to D. He should be able to get one. No, it's going to go back.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
He finds the last second heroic goal, and that will be Purpose Gaming taking. Counterattack is on for the side of the ball slappers, and it's looking like a good one. Demon's able to make the save.
Demon denies exact the equalizer, but he comes right back. He knew he had the defense beat. He knew they used all their resources to keep him out the first time, so he just had to bide his...
Welcome back, everybody, to Rocket Rush number 8. Today, well, this time we're back, and it is Tech taking on Soulless Path here up in the losers final. Soulless Path just knock out Dystopia to move on here. We've seen Soulless Path in this tournament already. Soulless Path unfortunately lost, but they are coming back here in this one.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the roster of Soulless Path could do against Tech Deck here in this matchup tonight, as Tech Deck has already had their ups and downs in the tournament by this far. But as well, Soulless Path, they got taken down to that lowest bracket. So I think this one overall, like how I said earlier in our little, join in as casters, I think this will be a great match here against Soulless Path and Tech Deck, just because I do think the two teams will be matching that mechanic battle back and forth.
Yeah, the mechanics will be on display between these two teams. Soulless Path really likes to play that mechanical game, something that a lot of these teams really struggle against when they play against them. And Tech Deck really likes to do the same thing as well. So it's going to be a mechanical game. It's going to be, I think, maybe a defensive game between these two teams. And, the winner of this is going to go on to face Llama Champions. Llama Champions were the ones who knocked out Tech Deck, so if you're Tech Deck, you really want to get that run back.
Yeah. Exactly right. So I do think if you are them, Kenzo, Tech Deck wants to be, kind of forcing themselves back into that grand finals, like how you said. It's kind of now their rival if you are Tech Deck, right? So you want to face Llama Champions once again and make your way back into that grand final. But Soulless Path is that challenge for Tech Deck. We know what Soulless Path can do against Tech Deck. We've seen it plenty of times in streams before, and, comparing the stat lines in between two of the both teams, I think it will be more of a struggle for Tech Deck in this one, but overall, the series could still be close, depending, like how I said, if the macro gets matched very decisively in between two of the both teams. It could just by far be a great match in between the two teams here tonight. But it all depends to see what happens against Soulless Path and Tech Deck.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a great game between the two. As always, Grand Finals is a best of 5 with the upper team having a game advantage. As we're waiting for the players to get set onto the field, but while we're waiting, as always, next week will be the $1,500 Better Together tournament hosted by Soulless Path. We will be officially streaming that, so for next week there will be
I'm excited.
No Rocket Rush. I'm excited too, just to see what's gonna happen. Hopefully, production is gonna be cooking up something very good. So, for when you're watching in Waste Screen, you might get a little bit of a special thing. You might get a little bit special. As always here, here at Nameless, just want to expand and give everybody just a bit of a chance here. If you also don't mind, if you like follow us on Twitch and our Kick. We also have a 24/7 channel that is constantly streaming, so make sure to follow those too. As always, follow on our socials. Now, I have to ask you, what is the thing with Tech Deck? You know, we've seen them kind of play a bit defensively, which has worked out in the past, but you're playing against Solus Paths who do have some very top players. Speaking of players who have been in CRL and RLCS for that matter.
Yeah, like Luca is a really, really proficient player of Solus Path, and I think that is going to be playing a big challenge here against Tech Deck, which, Tech Deck in their last 2 matches, Kenzo, as I said, it was a lot of ups and downs. Their defense was a tad bit good, but they need to be locking in those scenarios really quicker. If they don't lock in quick enough, it's more likely that scoring phase is going to be kind of locked in their favor. But let's see what happens. Fast has the ball, but it was almost challenged.
Almost challenged there, as you can just see. Solus Pass on the left, Tech Deck on the right. Solus Pass already going to start it off as it's Pyrex with the opening goal, the assist from Fast, and Solus Pass already jump-starting off.
Yeah, and this is exactly what we want to see here from Solus Path if they want to make their way into the grand final against Llama Champions. 4:48 up on the clock here. Nico is able to get the demo, so there is some sort of aggression coming out of this Tech Deck side.
Tech applying a bit of the pressure, and this is what they have to do. They have to keep the advantage in their favor. That 2v3 is what they're going to have to do in order to knock off Solus Path, and they're starting to do just a bit of that as they do miss it. Ooh. Oh, Luca with the save, and we've seen Luca in this tournament before play absolutely out of his mind. Of course, you notice there is a player missing on their team. That is Monk. He is not with them this week, but they do have that new player, Pyrex, who we've seen in this tournament actually play very good. So apparently Monk does have a bit of a rest this week.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what Pyrex could do as a substitution here against Tech Deck. But I mean, Tech Deck is just trying to save this one as the defense is a little bit showing here against Solus. But as you get to see again, Nico able to get the demo up on the Pyrex there, and it's going back to the side where Fast is controlling.
This is actually a smart idea by Tech Deck. Keep the ball on Solus Pass side of the field, make them overcorrect themselves, make them commit to the ball too many times. We've seen Solus Pass do that before. In fact, when they were doing their open passes, they were actually committing a lot, and that's what caused them to lose in that series. So maybe they have learned from their mistakes. As Fast gonna put it into the net. No, the save. Luca gonna commit. No, he gets challenged immediately. Nico clears it out, but it gets red again. Solus Path wants to apply a bit of the pressure. Fast to do something, gotta get it out. Weird idea to reverse, but it does pay off. Luca once again tries to set something up, and it's back downfield. Pyrex, is that something? No, excuse me. That was Solus Path rushing back downfield. Excuse me. As now they are the ones getting pressure. You could just see Tech that wants to keep a bit of that pressure. They have to do that here, down a goal in this first game.
Yeah, especially against Solus Path, right? I think Solus Path has that better, kind of mechanical favor in their team, as it's kind of showing right now with that 1 goal deficit. Solus Path is not letting Tech Deck score at the moment, and Pyrex is trying to pass this one to Fast. It's up in the air. Fast is trying to pass this one to... Oh, no. It's actually going to get stopped.
That 50-50 was a good attempt by Tech Deck to knock that ball down into the field and try to make a play. But you could just see that ball hitting right downfield. Fast is going to cut that off. Going to do what he can with the little boost he has. He only has 27. He gets a bid. Nico misses completely. Very empty net. Luca tries to make a play with the finesse he can. No, is missing just all the shots he can. Ball rushing downfield. Solus Pass trying to get back downfield. They do. Pyrex to do himself. At the 1v1. Whoa! Somebody was coming off the roof. Who was that? I don't know who that was, but that was a jump scare for a bit.
Yeah, most definitely. But take a look at this, Kenzo. It's a roll one in the corner. It is a 2v2 scenario for both of the two teams. And Solus Path, Fast is trying to work this one through for Solus. But no, Nico is going to be able to stop it. Maybe it's going to be in Tech Deck's favor as the goal.
They have it! They have it! Yes!
Open!
Oh my goodness. I don't know what was happening in the corner, but apparently it worked out in favor of Tech Deck. And now it's tied 1-1, almost nearing the 1 minute mark. And now Solus Path, not what they wanted. Now they have to kind of cook up something with 1:12 up to go. Time is very much on their field. The ball gets popped up into the air as Nico gets the touch over the Pyrex. Pyrex tries to set something up. No, gets met by Cagenator. Cagenator flies through the air. No, he's going to be met by Fast. 1 minute remaining on the clock. Nico way downfield. He's going to get mad as he gets sent in the corner. Now it's Luca's turn. Luca trying to do everything himself a bit. He might have it. No. Cagenator with the touch. Over to Fast. Fast getting met the fade. Yes, he can. With the save. Still a 1-1 game. Nearing 40 seconds on the clock. Solus Path and Tech Deck need to both do something. And speaking of Solus Path, they have what it takes. They have. Can they get it? Pyrex thought he had something. 30 seconds left. A bump from Cognator. I don't know he wanted to do that. Nico pops it into the air. Pyrex is going to meet him. Over to Luca. Luca sends it back down onto the field, but he is challenged by a defender. Now Cognator pops it into the air. Has to do it all himself. 13 seconds left. Nico into the corner. Looks for Brandon. Brandon, no, he missed it. Oh my god. Oh no. Brandon. Oh, he's gonna remember that one as it's just in the save and the time. Fast tries to set something up, but they don't have it. We are going into overtime. Oh no, Brandon, he had something, but now they have redemption. Cagenator sent it in the corner. No, Fast with the save. What a save to save the game for Solus Path.
The ball is up here. Cagenator puts it up, but take a look at this. Solus Path is in control. Luca is taking this one into the favor for Solus at the moment. But Pyrex, no, it's not going to be up in your favor no more as Nico has the ball. But the fake does not work. Cagenator now putting it to the corner of the side of Solus. Can Nico take this one a little more, Kenzo? It's all by means so close.
So close, but no cigar. Tech Deck has every shot in match, but they can't put it in towards the net. Solus Path might have a chance. Ball's in the corner. Gets read by Nico. Nico flies through the air over to Cagenator. Cagenator looks for that double tap, but he doesn't have the boost. Brandon's going to try and challenge, but he misses completely. Pyrex with the attempt. Gets sent to the floor. Cagenator with a chance. Gets met by Fast. Now it's Brandon's turn. Brandon looks for the double tap. He's doing it himself. No, Pyrex is going to be met. Into the corner, does the battle. Nico off the wall.
The bump?
Presents towards the team at the bump. Oh, they missed it. They had an opportunity, but they missed it. Solus Path might have a chance. Brandon with the shot gets saved by Fast. Now Fast sends it downfield over to Brandon. Brandon cuts it off. Brandon with a chance to end the game. Cagenator has a shot. Brandon tries to wait his turn. Nobody runs downfield. They had to back downfield. Solus Path is going to take the first game. A big mistake from Tech Deck.
What a crazy game one here in between Solus Path and Tech Deck, Kenzo. This is what I wanted to see, right? That competition in between two of these competitive teams here in the Nameless tournament this night. And I mean, this is absolutely crazy, Kenzo, as we're able to get this to the stat line. It's crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff. What a game. Solus Path managing to hang on to that. Tech Deck almost got the upset to take that first game, but you saw that last second, just the miscommunication, a fatal error is what allowed Luca to get that goal. But speaking of just before that, they could have won the game, but Brendan just missed that shot. I know he's going to be beating himself over that, but now you have to come in towards that second game. That second game is now what they need to get to possibly take it. You do have the best of 3 in your favor in case that this goes to a best of 5. What I'm thinking for Tech Deck, now that you have Solus Path on the wall, you have their number, you know how they play. The question is, what's going to be, is it going to be your mechanics or is it going to be the offense that's going to get you the win?
Well, if you're Tech Deck here, that was a extremely close game one there, which led to that overtime finish of Soulless Path finding that victory. But let's just say, as it looked to be, we were that was a best of 7 there up on the production screen, but no. And Luca is able to get that first entry goal, Kenzo. So Soulless is up in a good little favor here up in this game too.
You know what? Hey, you are right about that. As just this thing was Soulless Path. They are a very, very mechanical team. As we said before, they are a very mechanical team. They like to, you just see, they like to go to the right side of the field. Oh. And speaking of downfield, they send it downfield themselves, trying to meet up the pressure. Luca flies into the air, gets met by Cajanator. Cajanator is going to try to set something, but Pyrex is going to deny it. Brandon with a touch way back downfield. Luca, they're rushing downfield, and Fast is going to score it, and it's 2-zip in favor of Soulless Path.
Yeah, so I think they're just trying to be a little too over-aggressive here. If you are Tech Deck into the Soulless Path favor, but I mean, it's 2-0, Kenzo. Tech Deck cannot be making these, massive mistakes. But no,
and speaking of mistakes, there's Soulless.
Yeah,
it's the Caster's Curse. What did I tell you? It's the Caster's Curse, as it's Brandon missed with the first attempt. Nico says, I got you, and gets in towards the net. He caught Soulless Path lacking. This is what Tech Deck needs to do. They need to get Soulless Path caught. 1 is our score, as Cajanator with the touch flies through the air, gets met by Pyrex. Pyrex sends it downfield. Fast is gonna meet him. He bumps him, sends it in towards the air, and it should be by Luca. Luca's gonna try to do himself, try to maneuver around it, but he gets instantly denied. Fast rushing back downfield. It's in the favor of Tech Deck, who's applying just very good pressure right now.
Yeah, Tech Deck, they want to score another goal here against Soulless Path, as that aggression is really showing from Soulless, as they want to also score another goal on the side of Tech. But let's see what Tech could do, as Nico wants to try and push this one in their favor. Maybe Cajanator could get some boost, as Cajanator is sitting at 0.
Yeah, he needs that boost. You're sitting at 0, my guy. You have to get some boost going, as it's a demo for them, as he's sitting in his own goal. It looks to me what they're trying to deny them, trying to play a bit of 2v1 in their favor, but it's not working in their, again, not working in their favor. Here's Luca. Oh, Luca gets a demo. He gets that touch, but the demo does work out in their favor. Brandon has to set something up off the wall. No, it's been made by Pirates. Here's Nico. Nico with a chance. Empty net. No, Luca with the save. Gets a demo. Tech Deck 2v1. Yeah, 2v1 pops it in towards the air, but they're losing so much time. I don't know what Cajanator is doing. He seems to be stuck in his goal. I don't know if it's controller issues, internet issues. No. It seems to be that, and Pyrex is going to get in towards the net, and it's 3-1, looking very, very dim.
Yeah, and I think the weakness for Tech Deck would probably be their defense, right? Kind of lacks the skill of what Soulless Path has into other teams in the tournament. But as Soulless Path leads in that 2-goal deficit, it's looking good for them, as Luca wants to try and equal another goal. Fast, trying to put it to the corner. What's going to happen? Oh, it's going to be missed, and Tech Deck is going to be up in the favor of this.
Tech Deck had something there. Now they do have something. Here's Cajanator. Oh, gets touched. Gets met by Luca. Fast with the touch. Tries to push it. Tries to make a pinch, actually. That's a smart idea to kind of get it out towards your side of the athlete. Not after, but towards their side of the field. Brandon has a shot. No, Fast with the save. What a save by Soulless Path to keep it a 3-1 game. Tech Deck applying a bit of the pressure. Wants to keep it on their side of the field. But if you're Soulless Path, you have to just now you have the lead. Now you have to burn as much time as you can. But you can just see Cajanator fighting, but not out.
Yeah, almost another goal that could have been scored there for the side of Tech Deck. But take a look at this. Luca is just trying to apply more and more pressure. Fast taking this one down the field, but Brandon is going to stop this one in mid. No, and it's just going to be a little more of the favor of Tech Deck so far.
Yeah, check it. They have it, and there's Brandon with the goal, making up for his mistake. and now it's 3-2. Tech down a goal. Time is on their side. It is very much on them, but you have to catch Soulless Path lacking. Now that you have the aggressiveness, you have to balance that out with the defense. 1:41 left to go on the clock. Down a goal. Kajinator has something. Tries to fake a person out. He does! This game is tied, and Tech says we're down, but we're not out. This game is tied one more time. Look at the movement from Kajinator.
This is crazy work here from Kajinator to get this equalizer in the game 2 of the best of 3 against Soulless Path. Can Luca stop this one, though? Nico is up and wants to apply even more, but take a look at the pass!
Oh! What a save from Fast. My goodness, he gets credit with that one. Luca tries to set it, and yes, and Luca is gonna get it. Luca with their second goal of the game. Luca does it all himself from the roof, from the wall, and woo, just a bad miss timing from Tech. And Soulless Path regains the lead 4-3, 1:22 left on the clock. Just in the nick of time, pops it into the air, goes Soulless Path. Nico's going to be met there, right to the wall just a little bit fast. He's going to get control, but he's going to be met by Kajinator. Sticks on the wall is Fast. Maybe trying to see the field just a bit. I see what you're doing. Let's see if it works out in their favor. Yes, it does. Fast with control, but he's going to get met.
Ooh, this is interesting.
As it's Brandon. What a pinch from Tech. They do have it. A minute is left on the clock. They're rotating back downfield. Kajinator with the save. That is a smart idea, but time is slowly ticking away in their favor. Oh, no, sorry, not in their favor.
Yeah, the time is counting down in this one as the game 2 is approaching that 30-second marker. Soulless Path is leading by 1 goal against Tech as we get to see the 30 seconds remaining up on our screens now. Brandon puts this one away. Fast is going to be able to control this one, Kenzo, and it might just be back in the favor of Soulless Path. Maybe they're going to be trying to add to that score.
Yeah, they have it, but you do see Kajinator back downfield. He gets demo. 10 seconds left. Nico tries to set something up. Brandon with a touch. Looks like they're trying to get that team play. Fast rushing downfield to try to put it in towards the net. No, they don't. Kajinator
still up.
Sets something up. Still in the air. 1 second left. Over to Nico. Nico, they have to get something. Oh, they don't. And Soulless Path is moving on towards the grand finals, and awaits them is Llama Champions. What a game between these two. Tech played a heck of a lot better in the second game.
Yeah, what an absolute great series for Tech and Soulless Path here in this lower bracket, which now Soulless Path has made their way into that grand final spot, and I bet they are so happy about that. But Tech, don't you worry. Give yourself a pat up on the back because that was excellent performance from you guys.
Very excellent performance. You saw in that second game, they had Soulless Path number, had them crashing out a little bit, to say the least. But you saw what they were doing. They gave Soulless Path a run for their money. It wasn't just the fact that Soulless Path had the lead. You saw Tech slowly climbing back. They had it what they need to, but it was just the rotations and the mechanics were just on Soulless Path's side. And now, with Soulless Path, they're moving on towards the face Llama Champions. Llama Champions, another team, I think that is with Soulless Path, if I'm mistaken, hoping, that production does correct me here. As you could just see, the grand finals already, and like I said before, in grand finals, it is a best of 5 with the winning team having a 1-goal lead. You can see it up on our playoff bracket just here. Llama Champions does have the 1-0 lead. The question is, can Soulless Path overcome it even with that 1-goal lead?
Yeah, this is actually pretty interesting. Llama Champions will have that nice advantage in their favor, but I think Soulless Path, they got that momentum builder right after this Tech series, which was almost game 3 that could have happened here. But yeah, wonderful stuff. I think this is going to be a good match by far, where Soulless Path is going to be able to match that score line, get back up into the series, and really shut down possibly Llama Champions. Now, I do know Llama Champions is a great great team, Kenzo, but it all relies upon what the players do in the match, right? Mechanics are a big, crucial play style of Rocket League, and can it just be Soulless Path? They've found themselves in these scenarios before against tougher teams, especially in the RLCS qualifiers. Can they make a statement here against Llama Champions?
I think they can. Soulless Path in this tournament, they have won it before. So Soulless Path has been in here before. They have been in the finals. They have won it against Llama Champions. That's going to be a bit of a tough thing. But the question comes down to who has the more mechanics, who has the better rotation. And I think in the end, I don't want to play predictions because I'm very terrible at it. But I do think with the 1-goal lead, Llama Champions they do have a bit of a break. They've been winning a long time. I know that for sure. But Soulless Path, they says, hey, you know what? We are a top Rocket League team. We know when the back's against the wall. But in their favor, it's going to be a bit of a tough, because I think Soulless Path for the first time have never been down a game before in the grand final. So if you're fast, Luca and Pyrex, you gotta think about what's our motivation, what's our strategy against Llama Champions, because as before, Llama Champions is the heavy favorite here.
Yeah, so if you want to head up against the team that has an advantage here in the grand finals here tonight, I gotta say maybe Soulless Path could play a little more defensive in that early start here into this series. Now, if they were able to do that, maybe they would catch Llama Champions off guards on ways that they want to try and position their ball with passing it to their teammates, right? And if they can catch the opposition and match the, in-air challenges, get there before the other one does, I think it's going to be that great scenario of where Soulless Path can get into that neutralizing favor and possibly run away with the series. But it's all to say, at least, Kenzo, we still have this match coming up as Llama Champions, as we said, are up here with this advantage score, but it's going to be such a great one to see here up on the caster booth.
Yeah, I think it's just been such an exciting night here in Nameless, between all these great games and all these incredible stuff that we are seeing. And speaking of between Soulless Path and Llama Champions, both of them have been crowned champions before. So both of them, they're going to add something to their resume here. Soulless Path, they have won one. Llama Champions have won one before. And it's crazy. But, yeah, it's just, Llama has won under No Hesitation before. No Hesitation, is one of the teams that have played before. As we said, Nightya pretty much picked up the squad. He just said, hey, you come with me, and we're gonna play in this team. And they have just been really dominant. Like I say, if you're a player like that and you can get two random people to play on your team, it says a lot about who you are and what your name is here in the Rocket League scene.
Yeah, both rosters are extremely interesting. Obviously, the players have competed in some major tournaments in the past and even this current year. But yeah, it's going to be so exciting to see what these players could do and match against each other's macro and playstyle here tonight in this grand finals. Kenzo, I know that you didn't say that you were good with predictions, but I'm going to put this on you here. At least I'm going to say my prediction. I think Soulless Path is going to come up with a crazy upset against Llama Champions here. But what do you got to say about what I said about Soulless Path possibly upsetting Llama Champions?
I think it's possible. I think it's possible between these two teams. I want to say Soulless Path might take it because Soulless Path, like before, they have been in the finals and they have won it before. Llama Champions, under No Hesitation, have also won it. So it's very tough for me to say who's going to win it. But I think Soulless Path is going to have a bit of more of the advantage. So if I had to say, I might go with Soulless Path based on the fact that I think the mechanic and rotation is going to be in their favor as we're just about to get ready for the game to get started, winning just a bit on the players, as even with this one game advantage, I don't think Soulless Path has anything to worry about.
Yeah, I gotta totally agree, Kenzo. I think their team playstyle overall with Fast, Luca, Pyrex. They could do everything that they need to do here tonight in this grand final as we launch ourselves into it. Llama Champions up 1. Soulless Path need to get back into the driver's seat, neutralizing the scoreline of 1-1. But that demo is a nice start.
Nice start with the demo. Not yet gonna back off. Lets his teammate go through. Smart idea. Pigeon. Ooh, he went around Luca, but Pyrex is right there to cut him off. Now it's Fast. Pops it into the air. Looks for that reset. Gets by 1. Just a bit off the crossbar as Pigeon gets credit with the save. And Luca, once again, gonna apply a bit more of the pressure. Here's Pigeon. Sends it over to Resino. Resino gonna do something a bit as Natya tries to meet him there, but that ball just gets sent over him. But there is Pigeon, I believe, with the touch over to Natya, over to Resino.
Ooh, good
but that
save.
gets saved at the last minute. You can't get any closer than that. Luca to do it himself,
And
and
it's in.
Luca is not gonna be denied.
Crazy work here and crazy read from Luca in the side of Solus. But what a wonderful bump there from Fast to the Kaline Nightya to get back to the ball.
Those bumps are really crucial in those moments when you're near that net to try and knock the other team off their balance, as Pigeon looks for that double tap, but he can't find anything. Luca gets a touch, but the ball is still nearing towards their side of the field. Way off target. Pigeon's gonna get a touch. Racing back downfield is Resino. Gonna go for boost. Good idea as Pigeon is in the corner. Fast is gonna do something a little bit. Rise the roof just a little bit. Off the wall. Ooh, but can't find it. He can't get it. As the ball is in Solo's pass corner. They have a shot on the way. It's Resino who ties it up.
Oh boy, so we got a game 2 to watch out for in between both of the two teams. I gotta say though, Kenzo, Soulless Path still needs to neutralize this, right? They need to get up on top of the score of Llama Champions. Let's take a look at what Pyrex could do. They're trying to beat the middleman, but take a look at that. Luca is up. It's going to be put to the corner where Fast can read this, and Fast will beat.
Fast, he did a good job reading it, but it wasn't enough. Now Resino tries to get a touch. He does so, sends it over to, I think that was Natya. Natya's gonna miss completely, but Pigeon isn't gonna miss that. Wisely looks to put it towards the net again, and Llama Champions has the lead with 3-1. Pigeon does it himself, able to make up for Natya and Fast. All was too late. The bounce is what got him there.
Yeah, most definitely. Llama Champions up by a goal here against Soulless Path in this game 2. But the bump up on the Luca, that's going to mess up everything for Soulless Path. As in,
what a save!
No. Yes, what a save that is. But, you know, Llama Champions, they are not stopping this aggression.
They are not, and this is what Llama Champions, we've seen them do all series long, is apply a bit of the pressure, beating Soulless Path where they are at as Fast gets into the corner, gets set down, looks for the pinch, Pyro pops it into the air, but is he gonna get the demo? The save by Luca was not gonna be denied on that one. The pin sends it towards mid. Now Natya gonna rotate out, looks to get some boost. Resino with the touch, sends it towards midfield. Natya racing there to make it. No, Fast gets it for the touch, pops it in towards the air. Natya, he gets that touch just when he needed to miscorrect it. And once again, it seems to be in their favor of Llama Champions. Llama Champions applying what they need to do. Luca pops it in towards the air. Over one, has the empty net, but he just missed it. And there it is. Pyrex with the net, and that might be an own goal from Llama Champions.
Yeah, most definitely. They wanted to try and get this one back in their favor, but they weren't to it that quick enough, as it is 2-2 now, Kenzo. 1:53 up on the clock as Pyrex and Fast almost had that aggression putting in their favor, but take a look at that. That is going to be so deadly. What a save!
Oh my god, that you can't get any closer than that. Pyrex with the save, almost getting out, almost putting it in the net was that. The second effort from Pigeon, just missed. Now it's Luka with the touch. Pyrex with the touch into the net. He will, and so was Pass. Has the lead 3-2 with 126. The teamwork on display for Solus Pass.
Yeah, wide open net there. If you are the side of Llama Champions, they got to get back to this one and kind of defend it a little more quicker against Solus Path, which they could read those mistakes, right? So yeah, Kenzo, this is still very interesting, and it's still very much shape-shifting.
Shape-shifting back and forth. What you love to see that. As you can see, it's Solus Path applying a bit more of the pressure. Wants to get that win, wants to take Llama Champions out of that advantage state that they have, as the 50 is going to be read by Llama Champions. 1 minute on the clock. Pigeon trying to tie it up. All missed by Pyrex. Second chance effort for Llama Champions. Gonna be missed. Sends it in the corner. Resonal with the touch. Gets saved by Fast. What a save from him. Pigeon back on the offensive. Let's go off the wall. Second chance effort. Yes, he will. And Pigeon gets the goal with the double tap. Look at this one more time.
Yeah, Pigeon able to read that one. Nice little direct there up onto the wall there, as Pigeon was able to read it. And now it's 3-3, Kenzo, with 44 seconds left in this one, as Llama Champions, they want to try and add a little more to that score line, as it's going to be able to deny.
Denied by Luka. Great save by him. As Llama Champion puts a bit of pressure at the net. No Fast.
Oh, what a demo.
Gets demo. Yeah, demo from Fast with the bench was the net. All the pinch works out in Llama Champions' favor. Naya doesn't have the boost or the height to reach there. Pigeon gonna try to get that double tap. Gets met by Pyrex. No. I think that was Resonant with the touch. Yes, it was. As Pigeon plays a bit of the pressure. 10 seconds left. Racing downfield was Llama Champions, but they're going to apply a bit of the pressure. 2 seconds left. Up over the wall. Tried to name this shot, but look for that pinch goal. Not going to be denied. Not yet with the touch. He has a second effort. Oh, he just missed. Llama Champions is going to make this game go into overtime. They don't have it, but they do have a chance to win in overtime as we do start it. Luka with the touch, ball on the field. Pyrex pops it into the air, looks to do it himself. Now you're also gonna go into the air. Is met, and he gets denied instantly with the save. Natya with the touch. Ooh, doesn't have it. Yes, he will. Oh my goodness! Pigeon calls game just 17 seconds into overtime.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a misread there if you are Solus Path, but it's okay. There's still life in this series, as this one was extremely close, and I bet this is what the community wanted to see in between these two teams. As Solus Path was definitely there with the aggression, the defense, but Llama Champions are really showing up there with that advantage so far in the series. Now, there is such a reverse sweep possibility for Solus Path here, Kenzo, and I gotta say, for how they want to do it, they can most definitely aggress their way to that ball and score every single time.
I think they can here. Just to go off for a little bit. Jaden 1, thank you for the tier 1 sub. We much appreciate it. You can also sub as well. Help everybody out.
Oh, nice.
Everybody gets a little hype for the sub from Jade. Thanks for that. But back to
shout out Jaden.
yeah, shout out to him, as he, good stuff we all love to see here. But you saw what Llama Champions would do. It was looking very weary for them in that game, as Solus Path was climbing back into it. Now Solus Path, now you have the wall against your back. You're probably in this game you're gonna have to do a lot of talking just to see how you're gonna go into this possible game 3. Llama Champions is up 2-0. If Solus Path wants to win, they're gonna have to do everything in their power to win this game. As we start with Nightya taking control into the corner over to Resonant. He has a shot, but the pinch is going to not do him any favors. Pigeon up in the air, gets met by Luka, as it's on Llama Champions side of the field.
Here we go. The demo from Pigeon onto Solus Path. No one is there, and Pigeon is able to get that first score on the board here for the side of their team, which I gotta say, this is a nice read. They're able to follow up with that demo, and now they are in the lead for Llama Champions.
Llama Champions up 1-0, 4:31 left to go on the clock as
Wow, what a crazy
nice
kickoff.
kickoff from Natya. They do read that as Resident gets up on the wall. As Luca gets that touch, fast with the touch, into the air. Natya gets that last touch, but a demo from Luca gets the favor. Soul Pass for 3-2. Luca, despite a bit of the pressure, tries to do it himself. Gonna have what he have, but it's going to just get met. Pigeon with the touch, sends it downfield. To find a bit of the pressure, fast, gonna met it, fly through the air, looks for that reset, but he doesn't have it, lets his teammate do it. Good idea, gets the pressure, what he has. Ooh, but there is Pigeon, just denying it. A demo for Llama Champions, doing what they can to try and close it out early. Luca just being bullied in the corner of the 2v1. He needs a teammate to bail him out. Yes, he does. Luca rushing back downfield with 3-3 left to go. If Solus Path wants to do something, I think the time is now.
Yeah, most definitely, Kenzo. Let's see what Fast could do. Maybe they could get that fast goal that they need. But Solus Path, they are just playing with their life on the line for this grand finals, as they need to be clearing this ball out towards the zone of Llama Champions. But I gotta say, it's going back right towards their goal, so they gotta be careful.
Yeah, they have to be very careful. This is do or die for them. This is game point for Llama Champions, and you can see the time is just ticking away for Solus Path as Nanya looks to get some boost. Pigeon flies through the air, looks to put it on the net, but he's just off the crossbar. This isn't favor of Solus Path. The ball is just going down.
Clear.
Over to Luke. No, I think that was Luca trying to set something up, but he gets immediately red. Pigeon flies through the air. Pirates with the 50-50. Does his best to try and knock it down. Pigeon again. He's been all over the field, even though he only has a goal, but a demo for Llama Champions is what they need. But Solus Path is pretty much not going to let them have the favor.
So here we go. Solus Path still needs to score in this one, and Pigeon is looking very dangerous as it's gonna be scored here by Nitya. So yeah, Kenzo, if you're Solus Path, you gotta be locking in now because there is so much little time left in this game 3 to where you really do need to score these goals or it's game over.
It's game over for Solus Path. If they don't start to get it together and start scoring, it spells disaster. Nearing 2 minutes, down 2 goals. Solus Path, they're just being met. They have something, but you could just see Llama Champions applying just a bit more of the pressure. As you could just see the touch by Natya. Look for that double tap. Fast, very risky move, but it does pass. But it does, yeah, in fact, it's a very good save. Very risky move. It does pay out in their favor. Luca tries to get a touch, but he doesn't have the boost. Waits for his teammate to do so. Luca gonna chase. Tries to do what he can as he rides the corner. In the corner goes Pigeon. Pigeon just gets absolutely wrecked in the corner as Pirates pops it in towards the air, but he gets immediately denied. Solus Path try to rush back downfield. Time is not working on their side. 1:30. Not yet tries to put in towards the net, but he gets instantly denied. Pirates with the touch. Over to Luca, who tries to make a play. Luca pops it in towards the air, but he can't find a teammate in the nick of time. Reginald with the touch. 1:17 left to go. Fast gets the touch he needs. Into the air, Pigeon rotates out, goes into the corner. Pigeon gonna try to ride the wall. Luca, oh, that was a smart idea, reversing.
Oh, no.
What a play off the crossbar, just instantly denied. Nearing the 1 minute mark, Solus Path is running out of time. They get the save, the pinch save. Not gonna be denied again. Reginald with the shot. Luca with the save. Pigeon has it the time. No, Pirates with the save. They have it there. The save, the reads, empty net. Luca puts it into the net, and Luca with 45 seconds left, it's 2-1.
Kenzo, I mean, Solus Path is pulling out a book out of their pockets right now. They are reading every single thing that Llama Champions are doing in this one, and they want to match it now as Pyrex. This could be it, but no, this is going to be shut down as the bump was huge. Maybe Pigeon is going to shut this series down.
He might not as fast, but into the air. Very internet. They got a big damage downfield. Luca with the bump. Oh my goodness! The save! What a play from Luca and fast! And it's tied up. Oh my goodness! One more time.
We are still living in this one. If you are a Soulless Path fan, same as Llama Champions, but Soulless Path needs to get this win as it is so dire. Luca is able to put this one to the corner as fast as trying to get the pass into their midfielder. Pyrex is going to try and get this one to possibly Luca if Luca is up.
They gotta. Ooh, in towards midfield. Pigeon with the touch. Luca gets met. 10 seconds left, just nearing Pigeon. Off the crossbar. Oh, he just missed it!
No.
Oh, no! Nightya might have called game! Nightya with the shot! Oh, heartbreaker for Soulless Path. If the next 8 seconds tick down. Oh, I could... Ironbest, can't you conjure another OT? Yes, I did. I conjured another overtime. 8 seconds left. All they need, Soulless Path, they need a miracle to help them. Nightya tries to call the game early off the wall. Luca with the touch. Flies through the air. Luca get that touch. He does it one more time. Luca again. Oh, fast with the touch. Pirates, he's got to do something. Off the corner. Off the corner. Yes, they go. But they don't have it. And Llama Champions is going to take it. Just a heartbreaker for Soulless Path.
What a game in between two of these fantastic teams here in our grand final tonight. It was an excellent effort here from Soulless Path as they almost made their way into that game 4 scenario. But yeah, Kenzo, what a match from Llama Champions. They really put the pressure on their shoulders of Soulless Path.
I had to agree, but Soulless Path, they had everything going. They had it, but it was just all those last seconds. Nightya coming up clutch. That's why he might as well be the GOAT of that series, because that was just so close. Soulless Path, they had everything going. They had what they had to do, but you just saw Llama Champions play almost out of their mind, and they have what it takes. Just a great series from both of them. Congrats to Llama Champions for becoming our Nameless Champions of this weekend. Even better congrats to Soulless Path for putting in the fight. I would have loved to see this game go to another game, man.
Yeah, it would be absolutely exciting if it was that best of 7, but it is only, unfortunately, that best of 5 in between the two. And Llama Champions really did it right here tonight, Kenzo. But I gotta say, we did an absolute fantastic job up on the broadcast together. But as well, Soulless Path and Llama Champions, give yourself a pat up on the back, because either way, if Soulless Path lost that one, 0-3, that was still a series to watch if you were a fan.
Yeah, if you're a fan of both of them, actually. I saw what Soulless Path was doing. They had everything, the rotations, everything was going. I know Just Doc is happy either way. I know he is, as he's watching in the chat right now. But it is what it is between these two teams. And next week to figure out who's gonna take that $1,500 prize money on the line for the Better Together tournament.
A lot of cash.
That's a lot of cash, and a lot of teams are at stake. Once again, that is the $1,500 prize pool tournament for the Better Together tournament next week between December 5th and December 6th. A 2-day extravaganza for y'all. So you hear us, our lovely casters here at Nameless. But seems we're running out just a nick of time. As always, I'm Kenzo SSW. This is Naya. Shout out to our wonderful production. Shout out to all of you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next week. Good night, everybody.
You